Yeah, exactly. But you know full well that sometimes it just changes to the other view when it hasn't got.
Vaya recto.
When it can't do cinematic.
Robot Wars, and we're looking forward to a great battle. It's Robot Wars, and we're looking for some carnage today. Welcome. We're anxiously waiting for the robot destruction to begin. Robot Wars at its finest. It's grudge match time. Are you ready for some Robot Wars mayhem? We're really looking forward to this Robot Wars tag team extravaganza. It's tag team time here on
We need mushrooms.
Quiz eruption.
Oh.
Quiz eruption. The stream is being quiz erupted. It is time for a quiz.
You're a fun guy now, making sure. Why is it like why is it like
Quiz eruption.
I'm in a jigsaw? Oh no.
The stream is being quiz erupted.
Hang on.
It is time for a quiz.
Right, okay, right, so the it's like Groundhog Day, but Bill Murray is travelling in and out of North Korea. So it's like a cross between Groundhog Day and Lost in Translation. And Space Jam.
Round before you went in.
I can just clip into this. There we go, I can do it there.
Yeah, and then you think it'll be alright going out again.
I can just do a big circle back. Also, I'm already here now, aren't I? But now it is the night.
1 hour in-game time in Truck Simulator is 3 minutes. So it's just gonna be...
my love for you. I think I'm dying.
100...
Yeah, it's live right now, Harry. Harry, this is absolutely not a clip. There's no way this is a clip. This is me live. To Venus Pete. There we go. We've done it. Oh, come on, lab. Oh, can we get our fossil? Can we get our fossil? And my methods are mainly Socratical. So if that's not what you're into, then go give the police a call. Because you know, I'm all about that case, dear Watson. I'm all about that case, dear Watson. I'm all about that case, dear Watson. I'm all about that case, It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Catfish. We've got catfish, but it's a massive catfish. It's 486.
Not game fish.
It's not game fish. I would clip that if I was me. I think that's generally true, yeah.
Certainly with a pause in between streams, you know.
Yeah.
If it fits up chat, it's different.
Right, here we go. We're going to win this. Well, right, here we go.
We're going to win this.
We're going to win this. Andrew, what? Do you not... Andrew, the standard of play has raised since you last played with us.
Yeah, I do think that is an issue.
Oh, I've fallen off the edge.
I've done that.
And it's not really true. What's this? Let's look at this carefully. Does a variety truck streamer soldiers deliver packets of Odds variety cereal? I should think so, Horry, yeah. Oh. Okay. Right, so currently I have to set a timer every 5 minutes, and then every 5 minutes I have to stop, look at the camera, and say, I'm a big clever lorry boy, and I always eat up all my dinner. And then I have to set the timer for another 5 minutes. I think it's the actual answer. Oh, shit!
Made by Wheelie Big Cheese. That has to be a Robot Wars record flip. Look at the distance achieved.
It's like in the
here.
middle.
That is immense. Out of the arena. Out of
Alright,
the
maybe it
Robot
can
Wars
flip a mini
galaxy.
metro.
Huge power.
Moment to conclude so shockingly. No wonder these savage countries need to be civilized. Hong Kong. Well, he just played into me. That's going to damage the eggs. Wow, we've gone from no damage to... We've gone from like no damage at all to 100 truck, 100 trailer, 100 cargo. And also, look, we were right there. This is Tim. This is Tim Allen me, right? This is me. I'm gonna kill Santa and I'll become Santa. Oh shit. Oh, anyway, hello Harry stream. I hope it's. What's that crazy McMaster up to now, eh? That kind of that. Is that what you want, Harry? Yeah, the Peter clause. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's insane. In a different way in the way that it's very annoying to watch me play it. Oh, I need more houses. Okay.
Beans in the night. Oh, these beans are so divine. I could eat them all the time.
Me too, Max. I can't resist. Beans are what I do insist.
Hey, Paddy, do you think it's wrong to eat a can or 2 or 4?
Nah, Max. It's just. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Let's put this back into here. Well, the same problem will exist. No, but I fixed up here as well. Great.
Wait.
Right, I probably need to fix you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know about subscenes catbox. It's not that. It's to do with the. Well, it is that. That would fix it. You are right, catbox. Catbox is right. See. Some words. Yeah, I think Grill and Hulk are good shapes. Hofo. Surely Hogan as well. Ultimate. Oh, hang on, everyone. I'm a big clever lorry boy, and I always eat up all my dinner. Do I have to keep setting it? Is this still the job, Harry? Set a timer for 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll try sex tape, Honda. Yeah, it's not giving me Neil as an option. Does that mean it's not?
Yes, I was unsure as to why it put Neil, but it didn't have it as the top option. It gave me a bit of doubt. Yeah, just try and run. Just up the gut, see what you can get.
Try not to bumble.
Let the cock bleed as much as possible. I think I said let the cock bleed.
You did say that, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. That's not what I meant to say.
No, I think
Get back to your CPZ. The house robot deserved that yellow car. Scratches and scrapes, but the damage is only superficial. It gets underneath, getting a grip, but not enough as it fails to lift it. Slicing away.
Right, okay, we're fine.
And we have a winner in this head-to-head game.
Clear winner there. No, Josie, this one's not a clip. This one's live.
As the world is doomed towards the end of time, here's the silent once again from mankind's dirty cry. They're back.
We are back. And I'm here. Oh, but I've gone to the wrong scene. I've gone to the wrong scene. That was almost... It was almost so slick. Hi, everyone. Hang on. 1 minute. Oh, actually, this is going to be the robot. Here we are. Hello, everyone. I hope you're well. We're gonna watch some big men. We're gonna watch some strong men. I hope everyone's in the mood for that. In the mood for some strength. Because we didn't watch. I didn't get around to watching The World's Strongest Man from this Christmas, so I thought, why don't we watch it together? 2001 World's Strongest Man, heats and final. I hope that sounds good to people. I reckon maybe we should just get straight into it. There's a lot of strong men to watch. I don't know which logo to swap to. Maybe both. There we go. Perfect. Or possibly neither. Neither would be the other option, wouldn't it? Hello, everyone. Hello to both of the Plems. To Bread Santa. Red Quixote's here. Hello. Let's get some big men on. Sadly, I don't think Philippa's involved in this one. I think this is. I think we've got John Inverdale presenting. Okay, let me know how the levels are. Does this sound good? This is on the BBC now. Actually, I don't remember if the last one was on the BBC. I'm sorry, Dr. Pat. Hello, Josie. You are in time for the chonky chaps. Yes.
The Metrex
It's a bit
trophy
loud.
for the world's strongest man at Victoria
I can fix that. Actually, hang on.
Falls in Zambia.
Oh yeah.
And whether
Also,
a missionary or a
it's in
trader in the days
Zambia.
of Livingston or a backpacker 150
How's that?
years on, nothing prepares you for the sheer magnificence of this site. And one thing's for sure, in 40 degrees plus of heat, this year's title is going to be harder to win than ever.
That was like a little bit bigger. Well, it's not about me, it's about the big guys, yeah? We'll be doing channel point predictions. Heat by heat, so watch out for that. Oh, sorry. Right, where's that gone?
I am world's strongest man. Britain's strongest man is a tough event, but at this world level, it's something else. I'm here for a mission this year, and I'm going to be world's strongest man, and that's a fact.
A gathering of the strongest men
Hope so, Dr. Pat.
that live on this planet. And we're going to have it out to find out who is the strongest man in the world.
It is very close to the African Queen, yeah. Where's the African Queen set?
From Honolulu to Huddersfield, they've come here to Southern Africa in search of the biggest prize in strongman sport. Some familiar faces and some serious new contenders.
Yeah, it's
as
probably
well,
Zaire
divided
now,
into
JC,
5
yeah.
groups of 6, the top 2 to qualify for the final. So here we go with the contestants in Heat 1.
Here they are. Okay, we've got Rob Dixon from Great Britain. Oh, they've got their stats tattooed on them. That's good. I didn't really catch any of that. Well, this is good.
And amid all the beauty, the car park. Well, you have to start somewhere.
Thanks, John.
This first event involves moving 500 kilograms or 1,100 pounds
Okay,
down
come on, let's
the car park.
let's see the men again. Okay, let's see them. Let's see them man by man, right? That was all quite quick.
Here we go with the contestants in Heat 1.
Okay, we've got Rob Dixon from Great Britain. It's 37, 120 kilograms, 120 centimetre chest, and then we've got Wadchalongt from the Netherlands. Perfect. Derek Boyer. From Australia. Oh, that was a Finn. Was it? Oh, hang on. This is Derek again. Derek, we've seen you, Derek. Oh, that's Juha Räsänen from Finland. Carl Gillingham from the USA. Israel Garrido. And that's it, that's our 6 lads. Okay, let's get some predictions going. How long is this episode? I don't know.
And amid all the beauty,
okay, we've got a prediction
the car
going now.
park. Well, you have to start somewhere. This first event involves moving 500 kilograms or 1,100 pounds down a 30-metre course. That 200 kilogram weight has to be picked up and carried as quickly as possible to the halfway point just down here where it's put down. And then you have to drag this massive anchor and chain that weighs 300 kilograms to the end of the course. Strong legs, powerful back, massive pressure on the forearms. It's a good all-round test of a strong man to kick things off.
Okay, it's the carry and drag.
So what does it mean to you to be here?
Oh, just about everything really. You know, I think we deserved a good place in Britain to get here. And now I want to try and go one step better than I did last year, if I can, if that's possible.
When you look at the competition, do you think
look there wasn't filling me with confidence.
Yeah, it does. Standard gets better and better. But it does in most sports, but this sport in particular, you know, it
you think Rob is
if you take a year out,
Brexit
I think you're lost nowadays. You can't afford to take a year out in this game. There's some really awesome lads this year, but you know there is every year. So I just don't know. It's just this is the first event, so it's no point in talking too much just now.
That was quite a sunburn.
And describing the action, Paul Dickinson.
Paul Dickinson.
First competitor nearest the camera. Born in Uruguay but representing Spain, Israel Garrido. And then British interest, big British interest in Rob Dixon from York. Second in this year's Britain's Strongest Man final.
Britain's second strongest man.
A newcomer to World's Strongest Man from Minnesota in the United States, Carl Gillingham. Next to him, the giant Wout
From York,
Zilstra, 6
yeah.
feet 5 inches tall, a Highland Games specialist and champion of Holland. And then Derek Boyer, born in Fiji but now representing Australia and full of what he calls island power. And then part of the Finnish strongman factory, a newcomer to World's Strongest Man, the giant Juha Räsänen.
Okay.
Take your grip.
Dixon on the far side, wearing the orange vest for Great Britain, and Räsänen is away quickly, and so is Derek Boyer. Dixon not too bad. 200 kilograms being moved so fast. Räsänen
The
perhaps
video
just in the
quality will
lead.
get better from the
Now the
second
giant
heat.
chain and anchor, 300 kilograms in total, 660 pounds. Dixon is struggling. He's dropped the chain.
Rob.
Bad news for one of the smallest men in this year's competition. And it's an out-and-out battle now between Räsänen. The American is going well. Gillingham here. He's another newcomer to World's Strongest Man. And Räsänen looks as though he's going to win it. He's got to pull the anchor all the way over the line. Wout Zilstra of Holland is making a late charge as well. Boyer has gone down. Gillingham's there too. It's very tight. Räsänen just wins it. Absolutely exhausted. Wout Zilstra looks as though he's going to be second another inch or two, and he's finished for 5 points. And Boyer, maybe. They're all falling all over the place. That is it. They're out of time. The 35-metre course completed.
Did look like a heavy anchor, to be fair. I don't know what
Rob
Island
Dixon
Spirit
is
is a
only going to
euphemism
get
for.
2 points in 5th place.
Where in your body was the pressure?
Yes, legs and back and arms and lungs and everything. It's awful.
But you are happy to have won the first event, yes?
Of course.
It's a good start.
Of course.
Yeah. That was hard work though, wasn't it?
It's all hard work. That's what it's all about.
Wout, you came second there. Was that a good start for you?
Good enough. Okay, first place is better. You see, it's very close to each other, so I'm happy with second place.
No, that is true, Dr. Spen. There was a real variety of looks.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected a win on that one, but I think third place would have been nice. Just got to get stuck down now. There's, you know, another 5 events to go, so...
Rob didn't come last.
I'm not giving up, don't worry. No chance.
So just to confirm that the giant Finn takes 6 points in that first event, the man from Holland takes second place. Rob Dixon, he needs to do better. Those of you who've watched this programme in recent years may have noticed a common thread. 1999, World's Strongest Man, Juuso from Finland.
There's Juuso.
2000, World's Strongest Man, Jani from Finland. 2001, a serious contender in his very first year in the championships, Juha from Finland.
It's one of the biggest sports in Finland. Of course, after ice hockey, ski jumping and cross-country skiing, you can have good sponsors. You are in TV many times in a year, so everybody can recognize you when you are walking in the street. So you can make some money and you can have a pretty good life.
We have impressions in Britain that it's quite a hard life in Finland because the winters are very long. Is that one of the reasons, you think, why strongmen suddenly develop in your country?
I don't think so. I've been in England a few times and I think our weather is much better than yours.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Stupid Johnny Vidal. The winter's nice in Finland.
In recent years, the world's strongest men have pulled buses in Morocco, planes and boats in Malta, trucks in South Africa, and now, 350 feet above the Zambezi River, it's time to let the train take the strain. Pull a 16-ton railway carriage from Zimbabwe to Zambia.
Oh, this is good. This is good. You've got to pull a train across a nation border.
Well, everybody agrees this is one of the most spectacular venues ever in the
This
history
is
of World's
good,
Strongest
isn't it?
Man. Terrific crowd too, to see the first competitor, Derek
Yeah.
Boyer.
Let the train
In
take the
very first
strain.
event. Great points for him. He got 4 points there. But how will he cope with this?
Come on, Derek.
16 tons of train.
Are you ready?
20 metres the
16
course.
tons of train.
Be interesting to see his technique as well. Douglas Edmonds, the referee, sends him on his way. This first pull to get momentum is so important. After that, I'm not saying it becomes easier, but once the train is rolling, you can get a rhythm. It's all about a strong back, strong grip, Tremendous strength in the arms and the legs.
Oh no, Josie, watch out.
Throwaway sleeper. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what time he sets. A bit of a disadvantage in some ways to go first, but he's very close to the finish now. Running out of steam, dare I say, a little bit. 31.6. Doesn't look too happy about that. I don't know if he had a problem. He's going to have to wait and see, though.
He did make it look easy.
Well, that was the target, but it was much too good for Garrido. 45.6 seconds for the Spaniard. And Rob Dixon just failed to take the lead. His time, 32.5.
Carl Gillingham.
Yeah, you think if it trains delayed, you could just get out and give it a poll.
Now, this guy is an expert in powerlifting, but how on earth is he going to cope with this? I'm not sure he's ever come up against
Yeah, he's not an
like
expert in pulling a train.
He's pulled a few giant objects in the United States, like fire trucks and lorries. Going well. He's a fast athlete, but he slipped there.
Okay, he's pulled a fire truck, but does it translate?
Derek Boyer's target. Can Gillingham get
Oh, looks
inside?
good.
He's very, very close.
There goes, across the line.
He's just done it. 30.4 seconds. We've got a new leader. He won't know it, but we do.
Is that time going to stand up, do you think?
I'll be surprised if it does.
Yeah, you could use it as a strong rope. Yeah.
The taller guys will have a little bit of advantage on me. I think Juha is going to be very tough to beat in this event.
Well, we'll see Juha later, but Gillingham's theory is all about long levers, and Vat Zylstra of Holland has got them at 1.97 m, 6'5".
People seem to go from trying to improve structures. Is he coming up in the next heat? Okay. Is that the next event?
Former World Highland Games champion, can you believe? Tremendous all-round athlete. The oldest man in this heat as well.
Look at him go.
Look at the rate he's moving those arms and legs, not using his legs too much. The rhythm is so important. The momentum he got right at the start.
Oh, he is. He's got it going fast.
Gillingham's time. 27.9 seconds. Fantastic.
"27 seconds, Vat. It's obviously too easy for you."
Oh, of course, big train. You see the train. But I'm very explosive, of course, still. And I could use that now, so I had a lot of speed in it. That's the trick, of course.
Well, Finland is rapidly being known as a strongman factory. They just keep churning out these guys year after year. Juha Räsänen.
Okay, here's the Finn. He's very tall, isn't he?
Oh,
he's got his legs going.
The muscles in his arms. He's a former Finnish arm wrestling champion. He's got muscles on muscles there. Interesting technique as well. He's sliding back, using his legs effectively. 27.9 by Zylstra to beat. Then it's Carl Gillingham, and then Derek Boyer. Räsänen really putting every ounce of energy he's got into this one, leaning back. He lost his grip there.
No.
It's outside of first place, outside of second as well. Juha Räsänen, winner of the first event, finishes third.
So victory
Still
for
a good
the Dutchman.
placing, I think.
Zylstra, he takes the 6 points. Carl Gillingham, the American, in second place. The Finn in third.
Zylstra
Rob Dixon,
took the
fifth
win.
place
He was
again.
fast.
And when you look at Rob Dixon's predicament after 2 events, you can see that he still has a lot of
It's
ground
not
to
looking
make
good
up
for Rob,
with
is
the
it?
Dutchman in the lead. Vat, we last saw you in Morocco 3 years ago when you came third in the final, and it's great to have you back. But I gather this is probably going to be your last year of strongman because you've got another kind of sport to go to. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I do other sports. In Friesland, we like ice, and we also like ice skating. So I like ice skating very much. Yeah.
You do marathons, is that right?
We have a big marathon in Friesland. It's only when the ice is thick enough. I think it's middle one in the 10 years, and it's 11 cities. Friesland, we have 11 cities, and the tour, the marathon is, you have to go to every city. It's 200 kilometers, and I did that twice.
200 kilometers of non-stop speed skating.
Non-stop speed skating.
And how long did that take you?
12 hours for me.
That's fantastic. Do you want to do some practice now?
Okay,
let's
yeah.
go.
How do we do it?
What's this bit? That's very Morecambe and Wise.
The Africa stone, weighing in at 175 kilograms, that's 386 pounds, if you will, to be carried as far as possible down this course. Believe me, this is a lung-busting exercise. Now, one of the most charismatic figures in World's Strongest Man in recent years has been Derek Boyer, the Fijian-born Australian.
The Africa stone sounds like something that
so many occasions,
that's in the British Museum, but shouldn't
And this
be.
is absolutely crucial for you now, isn't it?
It certainly is. Räsänen and Zylstra have opened up a little bit of a gap between the rest of the pack, so it's important that we as a group try and get some points over the top of them. It's very important.
And as far as the technique for doing this is concerned?
Well, it's akin to grabbing hold of your favourite girlfriend and never letting go of her. Endurance is, you know, a very strong point of this exercise.
Is that true?
And a lot of guts and determination. That's what this event's all about.
Yeah, I can, Josie, yeah.
Well, I'm sure Derek Boyer hasn't got a girlfriend who weighs 175 kilos, but I think I know what he means. Now, this is a test for Rob Dixon.
I don't think
Israel
I do
Garrido
really know
on the
what
far
he means.
side. But Dixon, with 2 fifth places, needs to produce something very, very special here.
Okay, come
the
on,
grip
Rob.
is
This
so
is a
important. Now,
chance.
it's not a race. Doesn't matter who gets away quickly. This is maximum distance that you can carry the whole of Africa. And Dixon started slowly.
How far can
Garrido
you
is
carry
away
all
well,
of
but those
Africa?
little legs are working well for Dixon.
4 meters, 2
He's
meters.
the smallest man, I think, in the whole of this year's competition. Only weighs about 19 stones, if you can believe that. He's about 5 feet 9 tall, but there's a lot of muscle packed into that frame. Being followed there and shadowed all the way by Yuka Ahala, former world's strongest man himself, twice in fact.
Oh,
Garrido's gone.
Garrido's
Dixon
gone.
beginning to blow now. He's having trouble actually seeing over the top of the continent of Africa. But he's still going in a straight line. And this is a massive performance by Rob Dixon.
Oh.
What a great performance. Almost 75
Struggling to sit
metres.
over Libya there.
67.2 metres. I hope, for his sake, that is going to be hard to beat.
They should play Toto over
I was
it,
aiming
yeah.
for 75. That was my target. I don't know what meter it was, but it was better than 60, so it's good.
You just start running out of breath, don't you?
You do, yeah. I tried to beat it down a little bit lower, to get a few more metres. But it's time to go, it's time to go. I'll give everything I've got. I just don't know if it's enough. We'll see, won't we?
Well, it was good enough to be better than Carl Gillingham, certainly. 62.76 for the American. And Derek Boyer will have been disappointed by his distance of 63.28.
So as far as
Yeah,
Rob Dixon is
absolutely,
concerned, this
absolutely.
last pair could be a big problem. Juha
Just-
Räsänen, a first and a third place so far.
splattered.
Bout Zylstra on the far side, a second and a first.
Okay,
the big
whacked
point
against
scorers.
the Finn.
Zylstra, well, deciding not to wear a shirt. That's quite interesting.
Is it
believe me,
interesting?
the edges of that giant stone are very sharp. That is going to be digging into the arms. That's why Juha Räsänen is wearing those wraps.
Keep moving out, same speed.
Each of them, one length of the platform. You can see the difference in stature
4
between
meters,
these two guys and Rob
meters.
No
Dixon.
problem motivating. I hope it's
67.2
been.
metres.
I hope that's all gone well.
And Zylstra is going along like a train. Räsänen struggling just a little bit. This is
The current
danger for
event
Rob
motivates is
Dixon.
that they're carrying a
Zylstra
stone
getting closer, but he's down.
that is the
Dixon has
shape of
beaten
Africa.
Wout Zylstra, who tumbles off the platform, and look
Now, you
at
will
this.
still get a chance to see all
Only
the strong
one
men.
man now separates Dixon from his first victory. Juha Räsänen, who's got to be watching where Wout Zylstra went down. And I think he's
Oh,
gone
he's still
past
going.
it, but can he go past Dixon? No, he can't. Oh, fantastic. Rob Dixon wins it. Tremendous stuff from all the competitors.
So a great result for Rob Dixon, but what
Well
all
done,
that
Rob.
means is
Look
the
at that, Rob's
chasing
back in
pack
it.
are closing on the two leaders. Räsänen and Zylstra still out ahead with 15 points, but Gillingham, Boyer and Dixon snapping at their heels.
We are in Zambia, Kate, yes. We are in Zambia. This is it's still the first heat.
This is the eastern cataract of the Victoria Falls, where each and every day of the year, more than 550 million litres
Yeah,
of water
that is true, Jesse. Of
goes
course that
hurtling
is
into
the event you won.
Zambezi beneath. And this is where we find the deadlift hold. It's a kind of knockout weightlifting competition. All 6 guys start off trying to lift this 280-kilogram weight. Bit by bit, that increases. Bit by bit, they drop out. And eventually, we're left with just one.
I don't understand how can you?
Well, Israel Garrido couldn't manage the first weight.
We did briefly see Yuka. I don't know if he's competing in it. There's a different Finn in this heat.
Which left just 4 of them, stretching every sinew. This was where Derek Boyer met the end of his road. Here we are at 350 kilograms, more than 800 pounds. That's where Wout Zylstra called it quits.
Oh.
So now it was down to a straight head-to-head between Finland and the USA. All too easy for Räsänen, not too easy for Gillingham. And in the end, his right hand said no thank you very much. Another win for the giant Finn.
There you go.
How much more could you have done there?
I think so. I can pull 380, maybe 400.
It does seem like a faff, yeah.
Too easy for Räsänen, 6 points for him. The points in second place shared between Zylstra and Gillingham. Derek Boyer 3 and Rob Dixon's 2 points, all but cooking his goose. Because as you can see, he's now 7.5 points behind a place in the final.
12 months ago, Rob Dixon was a finalist in World's Strongest Man. This summer, he narrowly missed out on the British title to Glenn Ross. But now he faces the possibility of not making it to the final here in Zambia unless he can come up with the goods in the last 2 events. First up, it's the boulder holder. 300 kilograms, that's 660 pounds of rock to be picked up
Rob's right there, he was slagging off
around the circle. But the encouraging news, Rob, is that actually you're good at this, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been a good event to me in the past. It's make or break now, John. Need a win. So that's what we're going for.
The good news is you're good at this. Okay, boulder holder.
Rob Dixon knows exactly what he's got to do, but there are some very, very strong guys who are going to go after him.
Yeah, they're all strong.
A smaller circle than we've seen in the past, and a lighter weight as well. We really struggled to get this one off the ground last year, let alone any distance at all. It's 27 metres
around.
So
you've got to go around the circle.
Kilograms, 660 pounds. That's about a weight of a very, very big car engine. And Dixon is going well.
The weight of a very big car engine.
Well, he's got stamina, he's got strength, he's got power, and at the moment he's got exceptional technique. That's 2 times round, 54 metres covered. Now come on, Rob. You need nothing short of maximum points here, with only 1 event to go. Can he make it 3 times round? No, he can't. But 69.9 metres is a fabulous performance, but he's going to have to wait and see.
Breath ran out. Same Africa's for the waiting game, John. So I might smile in four places time. I might cry.
As Rob waited, the smile got wider. Carl Gillingham 64.4. That wasn't good enough. And neither was Derek Boyer's mark. A really disappointing 55.8 for him. And even Räsänen found the going tough, 54.7 metres.
Rob's set a good standard.
Just 1 man to go. Wout Zylstra of Holland. Now, can he approach 69.9 metres? If not, Dixon gets victory number 2.
I think the top 2 go through.
This is one of these events in World's Strongest Man. It's almost impossible to train for. You can't imagine any piece of equipment, unless you build one of these things yourselves, that's going to make it pay. Tremendous strain on the back, enormous pressure on the forearms and the hands. You've got to keep a rhythm. He's beginning to lower and he's gone down. Wout Zylstra is going to finish in last place.
No.
Just a few meters.
Are you worried now about not making the final?
Of course, but I always do that. Everything is possible, you can see that.
Well, that's what I was thinking,
Well, a tremendous result for Rob Dixon, and we ought to say as well, well done to Israel Garrido from Spain. He, of course, well out of contention. Now, it's anybody's guess. Räsänen all but there, but who's going to accompany him into the final?
So Räsänen's at the top, but not far ahead of what?
Again, it's down to stones, which is probably about the best event for strongmen anyway. It's probably about the most evenly balanced strongman event there is. because it nearly always boils down to that big one here, the big 165.
Here we are, it's the Atlas stones. It's the big one.
Rob Dixon was referring to that last stone, 165 kilograms. Absolutely massive. So Carl Gillingham.
No, he's not gone, but he's still in contention.
And once again, Rob Dixon knows exactly what he has to do. That one, easy for both men.
Yeah, it's easy, that one.
This one weighs in at 110 kilos, 17 stones. Oh, blimey. That wall is not particularly solid. Carl Gillingham almost went through it there. It's neck and neck all the way. Great performance by both men. They've both got a chance of making it through to the final. Speed is of the essence here.
Quick,
The
again, he's
judges will
gone
be
pinker than
timing
his shirt.
every one of those stones, just in case they don't do
Oh,
five.
Carl's struggling.
Gillingham is falling behind. Rob Dixon has set a very good standard with 4. Now, can either of them
Right,
do
can we get the
5?
big stone
Very
up?
few men in the world have done this. Believe me. Well
Yeah,
over
could run out of breath,
370
yeah.
pounds. You're going to see Great Britain's
Carl's
strongest man,
struggling.
Glenn Ross, later. This stone weighs almost as much as he does. A little bit smaller, though. But Dixon is
Oh,
giving
no,
it
it's
a
getting
go.
it, it's
So
getting
is
it.
Gillingham. Dixon 32.9 for his 4th stone. I think that will be his score. And Gillingham 38.8.
You can't get it.
Good effort by Dixon. And now he's got to
Yes.
wait and sweat it out.
Is that good value?
Oh, what a performance.
That last one, I got my knees so heavy, man. Having no excuses again. I had a lot of work to get that 5th one up. A good, 6 months and I'll have that one up. No messing.
Well, Rob Dixon will know exactly what these two guys have to do, and
Oh,
they will know
what?
themselves.
That's
Really,
going without a shirt
Rasmussen,
again.
by virtue of the fact he's turned up, he's going to score a point. I reckon he's through to the final, so it's all about Wout Zylstra on the far side, who struggles
just
a little bit with
picks
that
it
first
up.
one. We think, and I stress we think, if Wout Zylstra lifts 4 in around about 38 seconds, he's going to score enough points to make it through. And Rob Dixon, the irony of that could be that if he wins this event, he might be the first man ever in the history of World's Strongest Man to win 3 individual events and not make it through to the final.
Yeah, that would be unlucky for
It's
Rob.
all on this stone for Wout Zylstra. Oh, he's done it.
quite easily.
He's done it. 33 seconds or thereabouts. Juha Räsänen is through. He won't even bother with that last one. Zylstra is doing it really to try and show off and become the first man to lift it. He still wants it, but we can see our first 2 finalists. And what about Rob Dixon? What a massive performance he's put up here. But I fear he's not going to make it through to the final. A bit of an anticlimax to finish on, but 2 splendid competitors. Our first men through to the final.
Looks like they've gone through.
About you made it, but only just.
Oh, it was so close. But I did the first stone. I felt a lot of pain in my thumb, so I laid them on the fingers later,
Not yet, Katie. Still very much up for
no grip,
grabs.
but I cannot bend them, So, but I'm happy. It was enough. I'm lucky.
And he won the group. How good is he?
Has that happened to you, Matuati?
I said it already to him. Sometimes he's the best. And sometimes he's not so good. So he's still young, but sometimes he's very good. I know that.
Thank you, Ward.
Thanks,
So a great win for Rob Dixon at the end, but it was too little, too late. Zylstra's performance was absolutely crucial, and it's Holland and Finland who get the first representatives
There you
in the
go.
final of the
Juha
Metrics
takes the
Trophy.
heat.
So for Rob Dixon, is he looking forward maybe to coming back next year?
Every person you ask that same question to, they should say yes. If they are, they're doing the wrong game. Should play darts.
Well, Juha, congratulations on getting to the final, but I'll tell you something, I've been following this for many years
This is
now,
laddie.
and you're just too inexperienced, and frankly, you've got no chance of winning the final.
You don't know nothing.
Oh, nice. I should get a Rob Dixon hat. That was a pre-prepared bit, yeah. Right, there we go. That's Heat 1. So, yeah, we'll see. If he doesn't come back to host the second episode, we'll know that's what happened. Right, so Juha won that one, so I'm paying that out. Good. We're good. Actually, let's have a quick break and then we'll come back for Heat 2. I hope we can get through the whole of the competition tonight. I want to see them pull another train. Right, okay. Let's take a quick break. We're back in a minute with the second heat. I actually think you might like it more than I originally thought. Oh, we're going looking for a surfboard. Kakapo. That's a flightless bird, isn't it? Ignore that timer. I'm not going to fight Jesse Nelson. Now, hang on, don't I agree with Little Mix? Don't I agree? Yeah, I may be doubting the Lord's plan. That's a fairer criticism. I agree with Jesse Nelson. I think this started because of a thing King of Time said. Or actually, a thing that King of Time didn't say. No, it isn't, Abba. We've cleared that rule. That rule's been cleared. Oh, I missed my turn. I needed to turn. I could just say left. I could just say I needed to turn left. Well, it wasn't too far. Yeah. Your grandma's just stormed out. I'm sorry to hear that, Ava. I can say what is the? There isn't a script for the welcome bear, is there? I can't work it out. Thank you for triggering the welcome bear. Oh, it's too late. Okay. For Shell-October, will I get ChatGPT to write a murder mystery book? I suppose I could, but it is. We are really coming to the end of Shell-October, unfortunately. Do I pronounced it was? Stat.
Yeah.
Because like Dale would be good, but he's actually 99. He's like 97 or something quarterback. So he's better off playing quarterback. Erection's pretty good. Why have I just said that? Erection's pretty good. Okay, great.
Gonna clip that for the pre-stream for the Pokemon.
Yeah. Doesn't seem that proud of the ghost train.
Richard Mannion and David Isles then at the controls. Those ghoulish pictures. Imaginations like that should see a shrink. All Dead Metal comes in. They are a little bit sluggish and slow, and Dead Metal all the way to the pit of the oblivion.
Jonathan Pierce just say with imaginations like that they should see a shrink.
Have they covered enough ground though? About 10 metres, I'd say. In case.
Empty pallets. Am I correct, Harry? Is that what you're saying? You're saying I'm correct? You're saying you're correct. How much time do I have? Oh, I crashed right into. Oh no! No. Maybe no one noticed. Back. Let's go back to the big lads. We have to see whether it's got plug. Okay, we're back. Let's get straight into Heat 2. Now, hopefully the picture quality might be slightly better for this heat, because I got it from a better source. Okay, here we go.
The Metrex Trophy for the world's strongest man to be won here at the Victoria Victoria Falls in Zambia.
No British meat
in
trophy,
1841, Dr. David Livingstone left Cape Town to begin his missionary work, and 14 years later, he was cruising down this stretch of the River Zambezi when in the distance he saw spray and smoke and maybe a rainbow too. He was about to discover one of the greatest sights on Earth.
But I don't think he discovered. I'm not sure Livingstone discovered Victoria Falls, did he? No, still no crocodile. I suppose Hippo does seem more like a monkey man, yeah.
So in 5 heats, there are 6 competitors in each. They all have to go through 6 events, but only the top 2 will make it through to the
6
final.
events.
Already
2
there,
go
from
through.
heat 1, Juha Räsänen of Finland and
saw this
Wout
last
Zylstra of the Netherlands. Which of these 6 competitors in heat 2 will join them?
Okay, let's see if we can... Okay, it's Mark Eiffel. Regin Vagadal from the Faroe Islands. Mark Philippi. Oh, well, I'm not going to get that in, am I? Torsten something. Sven Carlson. Hugo Girard. Okay, we have to go back to get another guy's name. Sorry. It's great that he has it on his head. Okay. Oh, we saw this guy in the 97 one, I think, Samuelson. Torbjörn Samuelson. Okay, great. There is a Regin Vagadal, which was Faroese, Joseph. You think you're stronger, KT? This was back in 2001, so maybe. Right, okay, let's start the prediction. Okay, get your points in now. Who was the biggest? We can go back and have a look. Might be the Pharaoh guy.
Already there.
Oh.
Top 2 will make it through to the final. Already there from heat 1.
It is hard to know without Philippa going around the
and
pits,
Wout
isn't it?
Zylstra of the Netherlands. Which of these 6 competitors in heat 2 will join them?
I like the body tattooed things, but it's right. He looks tall. Vagadal looks big, right? It's 31, 135 kilograms. Oh, I think they're the same. Torbjörn, 133, he's a bit smaller. Sven's 138. Sven's a bit bigger. Oh, 150. It's the Canadian, I think, Freddie. Girard. What is his name?
This first event, the carry and drag, is a real test of a strong man from top to toe.
I don't know if it's the
Carry
same
that
events
200
each
kilogram
time.
weight halfway down the course, put it down, and then pick up and drag this 300 kilogram chain and anchor all the way to the end.
Okay, it's the carry and drag, so they've got to carry
And
a
our
weight to one
commentator,
end,
as
then
ever,
come
is
back
Paul
with an
Dickinson.
anchor.
A big moment for Great Britain's Mark Iliff from Wellingborough in Northamptonshire. An engineer in Formula One racing, but now representing Britain in his very first World's Strongest
Man. You could do this, could you care to?
A veteran of World's
Well,
Strongest
you are used to
Mark Filippi,
being around an
United
anchor,
States of America. The younger brother of former champion Magnus Samuelsson is Torbjorn.
Oh, he's
Sweden.
Magnus Samuelsson's brother.
Another veteran, Regan Vagadal, the strongest man in the Faroe Islands.
There you go.
Then the giant Hugo Girard of Canada.
There you go. Girard, he's the biggest guy.
Former finalist. The man on the outside, everybody watching, the giant Viking, Sven Karlsson of Norway.
He's also quite big.
Karlsson absolutely pumped up for this one. Away we go, 200 kilograms as fast as possible. Sven
Big
Karlsson,
Ben's actually the name of the guy
in the lead at the moment.
keeps winding the clock.
Girard is an absolutely massive human being, but struggling now. Sven Karlsson is away.
Oh, Sven's doing well.
Side, Britain's representative, Mark Iliff, a Formula One racing engineer, but he has lost the zip, that's for sure. Karlsson is steaming away. Regan Vagadal in the orange from the Faroe Islands, going well. Girard has got a lot of catching up to do, which he is doing, and Mark Filippi, the American, going well.
The guy in the white's coming.
Oh, really struggling. He's come to a grinding halt. Karlsson wins it. I think Hugo Girard is going to come through in a second.
Girard comes second.
There we go, just. Karlsson actually saying to the Canadian, get it over the line. Top 2-point scorers from the first event. Well, the top two have finished with third place to be settled. And the whistle is going to go. There it is. Mark
Red
Filippi
Santa
in the
is
white
bidding
from
up
the
the
USA
stream with
finishes in
£5.
third place.
A
Remarkable
wrestling hat
for a
for
man
Pete.
who's had incredible injuries.
What's this?
Well, that was a good start.
Brilliant start.
Oh.
You look very confident from the word go.
I'm here
thank you, Brad Spencer. I will look into this.
I'm on the mission from my motherland. The Vikings on the crusade.
Sorry,
I'm now going to take what's rightfully mine. And this is just a warm-up.
You gotta worry about this.
Then you better start working.
That's what I'm doing. You better watch me because I'm breathing right behind you.
I know.
And you, the trick was to get set properly, then go and not quitting pulling. That's what I've done. And down the end, went pretty close. But the Viking was in excellent shape for this first event.
Viking was in excellent
So the
shape.
Norwegian Viking on a mission takes the point,
Hope none of
putting
the
down a
money will go
marker
to
for
Hulk Hogan.
everybody else to follow.
Well, now we come to an event that was first introduced at Britain's Strongest Man 18 months ago and is now a firm favourite, the Fingal's Fingers.
Oh.
5 giant poles to be lifted up and pushed over as quickly as possible, ranging from 200 kilograms
this
down
is a
there
different. This is a
to
different event.
225, 250, 275 to this monstrous beast, 300 kilograms, and this really is the one that sorts the wheat from the chaff. Now, Regan,
You don't
you did
think
this
so,
once
buddy?
last year in the final. Is it about experience? How can you actually?
Oh,
practice
great hat
something like
from Regan.
I think if you got strong shoulders and you're tall, that will be a good event for you. But actually Sven is not that tall, but he's got very good shoulders, so actually he won that last year, so it's a mix-up between
Get your
shoulders
predictions
and
in
height.
if you haven't already.
Now, you're not the tallest man, though, so
No.
is this a bad event for you, do you think?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a bad event.
You were just doing this
Well,
morning.
that's not a very happy prediction by Regan, who is the first man out, along with Mark
Fergus
Filippi.
looks exactly like
Mark Filippi with those two knees
it's
wrapped. He's got two
tortured.
giant
Yeah, he does look a
scars
bit like
underneath
him,
there.
yeah.
Both big injuries, almost career-threatening
Saying
injuries,
Anto.
have happened in World's Strongest Man in the past. So here we go. 200 kilograms the first. I'm not suggesting they're going to make it look like a
Do you have to
featherweight,
put
but
the
that was
mast
very
up on
quick
the
from
boat,
both men.
Katie? Is that you have to do
Vagadal
this every
slightly in the
morning?
lead. Filippi just a fraction behind. Safety absolutely paramount here. And as John was saying earlier, another event in World's Strongest Man. It's almost impossible to train for. How on earth would you train for anything like this? These two guys, absolutely fabulous in the gym at lifting
Does he
weights.
become a
But
goatee and
how are they going to
hat
cope with the technique here?
Yeah, they get used to this. Yeah, I thought so.
Fantastic crowd urging Vagadal on.
Oh.
He gets number 3, but so does Mark Filippi. It's very, very close.
Okay, this is close.
And if neither of them gets number 4, their time for the third finger will count. Vagadal has lost the plot.
Okay.
He's going nowhere with number 4.
You can't get 4, they do take the time from the third finger.
But he too finishes. I think Vagadal may well have just nicked it. It all depends how quickly the judges stop their clocks. It was so close.
Well, Mark Eilif only just missed out on Mark Filippi's mark, 3 in 39.7, and alongside him, Torbjorn Samuelsson, 4 in 46.9. But he knew, like everybody else, Carlson and Gerard were the men to beat.
Yeah, they're like the top, really top 2 favorites in this group, and basically I'm just trying to be as big as pain in the ass I can be for them, so that's the main goal.
Well, he's certainly done that already. That was a pretty good performance by the Swede, whose brother, of course, Magnus, is a former world's strongest man. What a family.
Okay, so these 2 are the
favourites. The top 2
favourites.
competitors.
For this
Big question. I'm sure the crowd are asking, can anybody do 5? My goodness. Carlson almost running up with that one.
5.
The third finger weighs in at 250 kilos, 550 pounds. Massive arms and chest of Hugo Girard. This looks as though it's going to be 1 and 2 again, but in which order? Carlson desperately ill a couple of years ago, but he's come back strongly. Carlson goes ahead. So the only way that Girard can win it now is if he does 5. Carlson's given up the ghost. It's all down to this fella. Carlson, 32.7 for 4 fingers ahead of Girard. No, he's not going to do it. A valiant effort, but Carlson gets victory number 2. Viking Power has done it again.
Viking Power's done it again.
I'm very happy going to bed tonight. And I guess if I didn't sleep, I could break in my record in this event from last year. I was the best time then. With
yeah, they do have a little tighter sommelier to catch the pole if they drop it.
So I guess I could have beaten this year. But as long as I won, I'm happy. I'm on a roll. Yeah!
Yeah.
Not just Viking Power, but Canadian Power too. The big 2 certainly well clear of the field. And what it meant after 2 events was that everybody else really was chasing. Carlson and Girard out on their own.
It's a nice transition. I've got a train this time.
Zambezi River, a 33,000 kilogram railway truck, or 16 tons if you prefer, to be pulled in a northerly direction from Zimbabwe to Zambia.
It's 16 tons. Okay, we're back with the train pull again.
Torbjorn Samuelsson.
Yeah, you're right.
Big man from the mountains in Sweden. A relative newcomer to world's strongest man. I wonder if he could emulate his brother one day.
To the straight.
It's a time crucial, especially this first
Okay, they've
pull.
got to pull a train
And that pull is
from
so
Zimbabwe
important.
into
It's the
Zambia.
equivalent of pulling 16 family saloon cars end to end.
The bridge is taking most of the way.
If you can keep the momentum going, well, it's good news.
Well, yeah.
So Samuelsson is away to a cracking start. Not many people have stopped the clock at around about 25 seconds. He's just outside, but stops it now. 26.8. What a terrific start. And that'll give Sven Carlson and Girard something to think about.
Yeah, I don't know what metrics is.
I'm pleased anyway. It's an okay time.
Well done, Torbjorn.
No more than that.
No, I don't get the beating when I get back now, because Magnus told me if I get over 26 then I don't need to come back home, so at least I can go back home now.
Well, that's good.
Well, Mark Eilif couldn't match that. 29.1 seconds for the man from Northamptonshire.
Oh, it could
Mark
well be
Filippi,
Josie, yeah, that makes sense.
28.6 seconds for the American. And then Regin Vagadal from the Faroe Islands, 30.3. Now it was the big 2.
Well, this bridge overlooking one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, Victoria Falls. What a sight. The only sight this fellow is going to look at, Hugo Girard, is the back end of that train. Girard in second place overall, behind Sven Carlson. Now, I wonder if this guy is probably one of the biggest policemen in the world. He lives in Quebec province. I bet he gets no trouble on his patch. And what a start.
The biggest policeman
he
in
might
the
be
world.
big. He weighs well over 320 pounds in body weight, but he moves very well indeed. weight combined with massive strength and a good
He's
rhythm.
supporting the big
He's
policeman there, Freddie.
But Gerard's time, 27.2. He's in second place again. The last man to go, and it's Sven Karlsson's birthday today. Can you believe that? I bet he wasn't celebrating too much last night. This is too important for him. Excruciating, that first ball to get the train moving. The temperature has risen to about 42 degrees here. They've been in the shade, but this minute of explosive effort now. Well, if Karlsson can win and go ahead of the time set by Samuelsson, he really can start looking towards the final now with a lot of confidence.
He's pulling that train really fast, isn't he?
Just outside the time set by Gerard, 27.4. Can you believe it? He's finishing in third place, but still a good performance from the birthday boy.
Oh, okay.
So, unexpectedly perhaps, a victory for Samuelsson from Sweden, but Gerard and Karlsson still scoring well there, and what that meant
well, no,
was
I don't
still
think
well
this
clear
isn't
of the
Brad
pack on
Santa,
16 and 15
that wasn't
respectively,
Brad Santa
but maybe
pulling the train.
Samuelsson and Philippi are still in with a shout.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sven. Okay, so everyone's still in it.
The Victoria Falls were formed more than 35,000 years ago in what's known as the Middle Pleistocene period. But there's nothing malleable or squeezy about this next event. The Pillars of Hercules require our guys to hold a crucifix position for as long as possible, while two 160-kilogram pillars try to pull their arms out of their sockets.
Yeah, the Pleistocene period, but yeah, that was an awful fun because he's based it on mishearing the name of the.
Feeling a little bit despondent at the moment because of his earlier performances, but he has won this event in Britain's Strongest Man in the past, so he's got a real chance here. He needs good points, just as Rob Dixon did in the previous programme at this stage in the competition.
It is the Samson round, yeah.
Now, in terms of muscularity, this guy has got it. He really has. Now, there's not a lot of action in this event. The
there is a Pleistocene there. There we go. We should but yeah, it's still not pronounced that way, is it?
And because he's got these giant muscles, take a look at that.
Right, so they just have to hold these two big things.
The marshals behind just standing and staring, but they know what it's like. We've got a lot of strong men in and around the arena. They know exactly what pain and agony Mark Iliff is going through. Now, come on, the clock ticking away. It's a good time. He has been over 40 seconds before, and that would be a terrific
that's right. It was
standard
slot machines last time, wasn't it? When they were in Las Vegas.
The left hand went first, 41.7 seconds though. Terrific effort by the Brit.
What is it that gives way?
Well done, Mark.
It's just the grip. It just binds into your skin, the knurling, and in the end, your hands just start opening and go.
What happens up here? Just tell us, what's sort of going on down your arms.
In actual fact, down your arms and across your shoulders, there's nothing. I don't feel any pain there. It's just all on your hands.
It looks like Big Ed.
Too much pain for Regin Vagadal after 27.1 seconds. He called it quits then.
It looks like Regin might be about
and Mark Philippi managed to hang on for 30.6 seconds.
Great face from Philippi.
Hugo Gerard settling himself in. The agony about to start.
Yeah, what's going on down your arms?
So Mark Iliff in the lead. Brilliant news for him. 41.7 seconds.
Does look a bit like
with Sven Karlsson to come, I suppose you have to say the writing is on the wall as far as Mark is concerned. But even if he doesn't qualify for the final, he'd love to win just one event. Gerard and Karlsson have set a fantastic standard already.
Yeah, what a Mark.
I
think it must be motivating,
He's beginning to shake now, and we're not even at 30 seconds. Oh, he's struggling a little bit. The left arm, both arms in fact, went 33.7. He's actually in second place, but I think he's going to be disappointed with that. Sven Karlsson, what a brilliant start to his campaign to get through to the final and eventually, as he says, to win it. Two first places and a third. Let's remind ourselves, because it's good news, Mark Iliff for Great Britain is leading, 41.7. There is another Brit, actually, who's not here this year, Fraser Tranter, who's actually done over 60 seconds on this equipment. But Carlson is struggling. He might see his way through to the final with a good result here. Still 2 events to go, but I don't think he's going to get it. He's gone!
Oh.
Can you believe it? There's every chance now he could finish in last place in
Did
this
he
event.
just, did he just shout fuck?
Let's not forget about the man who's making a charge on the top 2, Torbjörn Samuelsson of Sweden. Well, he said he was going to be the grit in the oyster as far as this competition was concerned.
Did he say he was going to be the
referring
grit
to
in the
Gerard
oyster?
and Carlson. Let's see if he's got the bottle, and let's see if he's got the strength.
Yeah, I think he shouted fuck.
Carlson, 25.9, a poor result for him. Gerard, 33.7. That's what he's got to beat to put the pressure on those 2. Eilif still leading, a massive, in comparison to the rest, 41.7. Oh, he's hurting. He's hurting. I don't believe for 1 minute you don't just feel it.
Yeah,
all
no, I
over
think
your
it's fair
body.
enough, okay.
That's
I
what
think it's
Mark
fair
Eilif
enough to
said.
shout fuck.
But he's obviously in pain. He's gone past Carlson, but he
Oh.
hasn't gone past Gerard. Great Britain has a winner, but Samuelsson
Britain has
will
a
finish
winner.
in 3rd place.
Well, a missed opportunity for Samuelsson, perhaps, but what a turn-up. Victory for Eilif and Sven Carlson back in last position.
What a turn-up.
It means the group's still alive. Carlson and Samuelsson fighting it out for 2nd place behind Hugo
Girard's at
Gerard,
the top.
clear of the rest.
The big cop.
Well, 10 years ago, a friend of us introduced each other, and I tried to run away for months, but unfortunately, he's stronger than me. He catch me.
He seems to us to be a very sort of kind and gentle person. What is he like?
Hugo is a very shy person, very, very nice person, likes kids a lot.
Yeah, it didn't sound good, did it? And he's a
very
cop,
generous
so that
person.
checks out.
Very patient, extremely patient, that he need with me. Hugo is 2 different people. He's a very shy person, calm person in real life, but when he competes, he's just powerful. The wild Hugo come out.
It's a very straightforward weightlifting competition, the deadlift hold. 1 failure and you're out. Only the strong survive.
That's the aspect I missed from the 90s one, is that in the 90s one, all their wives had become their coaches.
Samuelsson was knocked out straight away. He couldn't lift a single weight. Vagadal managed 330 kilograms. And that was the same mark for Mark.
Oh, unlucky Mark.
And this was a personal best, so understandably, he was thrilled to have
well done,
managed
Mark.
that mark.
I was very, very pleased with that. I thought I'd be lucky if I pulled 320, because that's my personal best a little while ago. But I haven't done it this year, so to pull 330, very, very pleased with that. Very pleased.
So on to 340 kilograms. Watch Carlson on the left there. Candy from a baby.
Yeah,
easy for Gerard, but it was too much for Eilif. Well, Gerard decided he'd had enough at 340 kilograms, and so on to 350, and a straight fight between Carlson and Filippi, who both managed that and then called it quits. Sharing the points at the top of that leaderboard, Gerard in 3rd place, but a desperate result for Samuelsson. That effectively meant that his challenge was over.
up.
And in fact, the group was all but over. Gerard definitely through, Carlson all but.
Oh. Well, they're still okay, so it's probably going to be Girard or Carlson.
And so on the banks of the Zambezi, one final event. And while the group may have been won and lost, the challenge that no strongman can resist, the Atlas Stones.
Good to see Mark Filippi enjoying this competition. And on the other side, Torbjörn Samuelsson, well, he's become a real contender. I'm not sure he's going to make it through to the final, but who knows next year. Samuelsson rattles that one up. Mark Filippi a lot shorter by about 4 inches or so, but super, super strong. That one weighs 110 kilos, no problem at all. Samuelsson is actually flying here. He's on number 3, Filippi just on number 2. That last stone, 165 kilos. Nobody's done it in the 2 programs we've seen so far. Samuelsson's going to give it a shot. This is very, very fast. Sven Carlson, of course, is the world record holder at this event. This is a standard event in World Strongest Man. but he's got a real challenger
Well
here.
done.
Torbjorn Samuelsson,
Done,
all
Torbjorn.
5 in 43.5. Magnificent. Mark Filippi, he's done 4 stones in 39 seconds. Oh, so close to doing
Quite big
5.
rocks,
A terrific
Katie. They're
effort.
quite big rocks.
This is probably the best weightlifter in this particular heat, but not the best stone lifter, but nevertheless, terrific stuff.
That's a good way to finish, isn't it? Is it more a psychological thing or a physical thing, the 5th stone? do you
No,
think?
they're heavy.
I don't really know because I only heard the weight. And I know that I lifted stones before that heavy. So I just really wanted to dig in hard and just pick it down there. It works, so I'm really pleased.
Here come the 2 big men in terms of points.
Oh, okay.
Girard, I feel, is definitely through to the final. He's just got to start this competition to score 1 point. Carlson,
Oh,
he's got to beat Regan Vagadal's
Oh, he got it
time
for the
of
shoulder.
54 seconds for 4 stones to make sure. But I tell you
Oh.
what, Sven Carlson is flying. Just outside 30 seconds, his best ever time for 5 stones. So he'll be going for the victory, I'm sure. Oh, that one by Girard. He's got to go back. If it fell off, he'd have to do it all over again. Carlson going well. I'm sure he's done his arithmetic. He's going to have a go at 5. I think he's through to the final already. I can't believe this. Normally, that heavy stone absolutely flies up. We can now confirm he's done it. 4 stones in 27.2. The fastest time, actually, for 4 stones.
he's not gonna-
Carlson knows he's done enough. Girard is there as well. This is all showboating now.
Is this showboating?
Samuelsson
Can't
out of
get
it, unfortunately, despite the fact that he's the only man to lift all 5.
How much are you keeping back for the final?
I saved the last one. I was thinking of lifting it, but it slipped for me once. Then Yoko just told me to leave it. And I had the fastest time in the world with this stone, so I saved a little bit.
3rd 2 years ago, 2nd last year.
1st this year, no doubt.
So a consolation win at the end for
Okay.
Torbjorn Samuelsson. Maybe he will be a real contender in 12 months' time. Carlson taking 2nd place, Filippi 3rd and Girard 4th. In the end, Mark Eilif 5th overall, but through to the final
Not a great
go
one for the
Hugo
Faroe
Girard
Islands, though.
and Sven Carlson. And they
So
join
Sven takes it by
Juha
half a
Rattanen
point.
and Wout Zylstra in the final of the Metrex Trophy.
Well done to Sven backers. That's the right. We're on to heat 3. Let's go straight through. You didn't get a punch from the cop. Yeah, you didn't. The cop lost. Okay. Well done to Sven backers. I'll warn you if they got. Well, I don't know which ones are cops. You know, there's no way of knowing until the commentator says, yeah, he's actually a massive cop. But yeah, I'll try. You know. Yeah, legally, if they're a cop, they're actually supposed to put a temporary tattoo on at the start that has "cop" in big letters. Right, 1 and 2 over back spend. Who's going to be our 3rd strongest man of the night?
The Metrex Trophy for the world's strongest man being staged here in Zambia by the Victoria Falls, which of course the locals knew about for centuries before Dr. David Livingstone discovered them.
I like how he's backtracked from the thing he said
thereafter,
yesterday.
the surrounding area developed. This, the colonial town of Livingstone, was the capital of northern Rhodesia until 1935.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, John.
So there are 5 heats, 6 competitors in each, and they will have to go through 6 events, at the end of
Can I
which
write down all
just
their
2 of
names?
them will make it through to the
Just
final.
from seeing their temporary tattoos.
And there already, Juha Rattanen of Finland, Wout Zylstra of the Netherlands, Sven Carlson of Norway, Hugo Girard of Canada. Which of these 6 will join them?
Okay, here we go. It's Glenn Ross from New Zealand. It's Raymond's bird. We've saw him before. And Travis Linden. 200 centimetres of him. Johnny Perry. Martin Moore. And Magnus Samuelsson, the brother of guy we saw in the last one. Okay, let's see them again, so we can take full note of their tattooed statistics.
Of Finland, Bad Zilstra of the Netherlands, Sven Carlsen of Norway, Hugo Girard of Canada. Which of these 6 will join them?
Okay, we've got Glenn Ross. Raymond Menace. Travis Linden of Canada. 200 centimetres, that's big, isn't it? Johnny Perry from America. 169 kilograms, that's a big man. Martin Moore. Not as big. And Magnus Samuelsson. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Right, okay, let's get the prediction going. Okay, get your channel points on one of these big men.
And the battle for a place in that final begins.
You'd like to know more about the big man? Well, you get a little factoid
into this heat, a dual assault on the body. First of all, you have to pick up these 2 cylinders that weigh 120 kilograms each and take them to the halfway point, where you're then confronted by this tyre that you have to flip to the far end. This is the biggest ever tyre in a world strongman competition. 390 kilograms, that's 860 pounds.
Well, you want them to tattoo that onto them. It goes to carry and flip now.
So the moment of truth for Britain's most familiar strongman.
Here we go again. How do you feel your prospects are this time?
It's Glenn, Britain's strongest man.
Against it. Tough group again, tough events, a few cardiovascular events.
It's familiar.
And the heat is just unbelievable, as you can see. Butterflies in my stomach, but let's try and make the final this time, you know.
You backed Gomo's, lad.
Third time lucky, has to be.
Commentary comes from Paul Dickens.
The formidable figure of Glenn Ross. His biggest body weight ever, 202 kilograms. A first-timer, Travis Linden of Canada, 2 meters tall. A huge man indeed. And this fella's not so light either. Johnny Perry of the United States from North Carolina. Raymond Bergmanis from Latvia. 3 times an Olympian in weightlifting.
Well, not necessarily,
Martin Moore from Germany, the real athlete of this group. And finally, the legend, Magnus Samuelsson. Well, there's a man in the red vest who's done it all before. 5 times a finalist and the world's strongest man back in 1998. Magnus Samuelsson getting away, but Raymond Bergmanis, the Olympic weightlifter from Latvia, flying. Glenn Ross struggling just a little bit.
Toilets,
This giant tyre that weighs 300 kilograms
remember, this is
plus,
the biggest tyre ever in the World's
Strongest
Man.
in the history of World's Strongest
There you
Man.
go, say it again.
Now Magnusson beginning to come back. Travis Linden, first timer in World's Strongest Man, on the far side, beginning to make a move.
Oh yeah, Travis
and
is coming through.
Glenn Ross is way behind the rest.
Glenn struggling.
Magnusson just wins
Magnusson
it.
gets it.
Travis Linden in second place, brilliant performance. Martin Moore in third. What a start for Magnus Samuelsson. And Glenn Ross is going to finish last.
They have to flip.
Good performance by Linden, but what a start by the former champion.
So what sort of shape are you in this year?
To be honest, I've been taking it quite easy before, so I'm pretty well rested. Strong as a bulldozer though, but I don't know about endurance. So I have to keep up. How can I say? I don't really worry about the strength at all. I know I have plenty to take off. And saying that, endurance seems to be okay anyway.
This felt very, very light.
What targets have you set yourself for this time then?
Do the best I can in every heat, in every event. Hopefully it's good enough to get me to the finals. If not, as long as I can go home happy.
For me, what's important, I come not last here. The next 4 events are for me. We see it last year, Africa and Stone Conan. I win this, and I think it's okay.
Well, Glenn Ross's face told the whole story there, really. Just a point for him at the bottom. Samuelsson, though, once a champion and looking like it again.
Not a good start for Glenn.
To be on this level, you must pay a pretty high price. And as long as you're willing to pay that price, it's worth going for. If you start to think, should I do it, should I not, just quit straight away, because then you're not prepared to pay. As long as I do it, I will do it well. And if I don't think I can win no more, I stay home. I'm here because I know I have one of the strongest bodies in the world. I think the reason why I have come so far is because
very interesting shots of Magnus's body.
There's place and time for everything, and sometimes you just have to dig in and fight. I hate losing, but some events is fun, some events is just painful. When I'm getting older, I will look back on all these years and I will smile, I think.
Okay, what's coming up next? Is it the train thing?
If your idea of a good time is plunging 300 feet towards the Zambezi River with just a piece of elastic to save you, then welcome to what was for 6 years the biggest bungee jump in the world. If, on the other hand, you'd rather pull a 16-ton railway carriage from Zimbabwe to Zambia, then maybe you should think about being a strongman.
Are those the two options? It was a harrowing scream, yeah.
First man up, one of the biggest in World's Strongest Man, Johnny Perry of the United States
Okay,
of
here's
America.
big
Big cheer
Johnny.
for him. Very, very popular. So, 16 tons, and what do you get? Well, I suspect it's going to be a sore back and sore arms and very, very sore hands. Away we go.
Okay, let's go
Johnny
pull that
Perry
train.
from North Carolina. His second World's Strongest Man competition. And this guy's a fanatic about Harley-Davidson motorbikes, but I suspect this is going to be a bit heavier and a lot slower. Well, we've seen times of around about 30 seconds in previous heats. If you can get down below 27, 28 seconds, you've got a real chance. This is good from Johnny Perry.
There you go, 27 seconds. I think that's quick.
27.9. That may be his best performance so far. Good result. Well, the crowd certainly like Johnny Perry, but will the result be good enough?
Well, Glenn Ross finding the going really tough now.
Glenn.
38.5 seconds for Britain's strongest man. A bit better for Raymond Bergmanis, 30.9 seconds for him.
The very athletic Martin Mohr from Germany, but he weighs 30 kilograms. That's about 4.5 stones less than Johnny Perry Jr.
Sit down, please.
That
So
may be
Johnny Perry
significant.
Jr.
27.9 seconds
Johnny
leads at the
Perry Jr.
moment.
the second.
Now this guy almost qualified for the German bobsleigh team last winter.
Oh, amazing.
Unfortunately, they've come back and said, "I'm sorry, mate, you're too heavy." But he's very fast.
It's too big to fit in the bobsleigh.
Martin Mohr is going
All his glasses
well.
have come off.
About
he's
the
going
same
fast,
pace
isn't he?
as Johnny Perry.
Very frenetic.
Needs big points here. Still Linden and Samuelsson to go, but this looks good for
Yeah,
the
it's too
German.
big for Bob.
Oh yes,
that's close.
Just dives beneath the time set by Johnny Perry. 27.1. Thumbs up for the German. Good effort.
You win the award as the noisiest competitor so far, because you were getting stuck in there.
Yeah, it's one of my weakest events, but I think in this year it's very good for me. I had a lot of practice the last half year, and I think it's good.
Travis Linden from Ontario in Canada. First timer in World's Strongest Man, but already he's shown all the competitors and us. He's a contender.
Pull that train.
Good performance in the first event. He just finished behind Samuelsson. And he's big, very big, 2 meters tall, 6 feet 5.5, 23 or 24 stones or thereabouts, give or take a few pounds, and moving well. 27.1 is Martin Mohr's lead. He slipped a little bit there. Screaming and shouting. Got it!
Oh,
He's got
that's
it! He's
quick.
got into the lead with only Samuelsson to go. 26.5. Whoa! Fantastic
Travis.
performance. and now beginning to enjoy himself, I think. The crowd are loving him too. Absolutely fabulous.
Massive upper body strength there.
Quick moves. That's, I think, just getting it going right at the start. A lot of guys I'm noticing long pulls at the start. Figured I'd go the quick pulls, get the speed up at the start, just maintain it. I actually thought I had it going too fast. I couldn't keep up with it. So I knew it would be a good time.
But Samuelsson, ideally built for this event, exactly the same height as Travis Linden, slightly lighter, but only by a couple of pounds. This guy is a real pro. Here we go. The start crucial.
Okay.
Samuelsson, he's been in the final of World's Strongest Man 5 times, more than anybody here in any of the heats. He's a former champion. He'd love to do it all over again. But can he bring away another 6 points? Can he make it 2 victories in a row? It's going to be very close.
Oh, he's done it, I think.
He's done it. He's done it by over a second, in fact. 25.1. Samuelsson does it again.
Okay, Samuelsson does it again.
Well, Linden will be disappointed, but he's been beaten by a very special competitor indeed.
They haven't said motivating.
Think so much about what the other people say and do. Even if this is maybe on the paper one of my better events, it's not done till it's done. So better do all the bragging afterwards than before.
Well, the scoreboard says it all. Samuelsson was the best there, 6 points for him, but Glenn Ross right down at the bottom. And everybody finished in the same position in the second event as they had done in the first. Hence, that's what the scoreboard looks like. Well, next up, it's the Africa Stone, 175 kilograms, 385
was a quick
pounds,
train,
to be carried as far as possible down the course. And this is going to be a big event for 2 men in particular. Now, Martin, a lot of people think that you're an outsider for the title, but you really have to do well here, don't you?
Yeah, I think a lot of good guys was here, and not in this year I was for the title. Maybe I can win this event. This is okay for me, and I can beat Johnny, I hope so, but not more.
Is this make or break for you, Johnny, this event, do you think?
I guess so. This is probably one of my least favourite events, I guess. Very tough on the back. If I do good, it'll be definitely a plus for me.
It's a thing to look out for. There's a guy permanently...
Well, from bad to worse for Glenn Ross, just 46.31 metres.
Glenn!
But Raymond Bergmanis managing 71.2. That could be worth quite a few points.
Johnny Perry, much bigger than Martin Muir of Germany on the far side. But a lot of people, as you've just heard, are saying that this could be a very special event indeed for Martin Muir. Tremendous runner, tremendous sprinter, and an incredible power lifter as well.
Okay.
Big result by Raymond Bergmanis, the Latvian in the previous heat. And
Yuka
look at this.
Ahola
had to break into a sprint there to catch him up. That's incredible.
Oh yeah, that is Juho. Juho's the hug guy.
175 kilos. And Martin
Juho's his
a
hug
little
guy.
hitch up there to get it higher on his chest. Johnny Perry's going well, but he's about 20 metres behind. This isn't a race. It's just the maximum distance to be carried. Absolutely fantastic by Muir. Hardly breathing. 175 kilos. That's knocking on for 400 pounds. And Johnny Perry is gone.
Oh, Johnny's down.
Only 39.38 metres. That won't do his prospects of going through to the final much good at all. But it's all about Germany.
Yeah,
all
hardly
about
breathe. You've got plenty of
Martin
breath.
Muir. Yuka Ahola, former world's strongest man,
Yeah,
just saying,
celebrity
come on,
guest
son,
talker, yeah.
keep it going. You're putting on a fantastic show. I don't believe it. He could have maybe kept going. He even put it back on the stand. That is incredible. 96 metres. Ole.
Oh, he's done a split to celebrate.
I think this is enough for the win. I hope it's enough for the win. And I come in this one first. Maggie comes second, and Travis was third, or comes third. Then we have the same points for tomorrow.
Well, that could be the understatement of the competition so far, that he thinks it might be enough for the win. I reckon it probably will be, but we've already seen Travis Linden on the far side and Magnus Samuelsson here. Just how good they are. I don't believe this. Samuelsson has not even gripped the Africa Stone. He's just locked it on both giant forearms. Travis Linden has got his grip sorted out.
Travis, 2 meters.
Jamie Reeves from Britain, from Sheffield, former world's strongest man himself.
Steady, Travis, steady.
He's just telling Travis Linden just to go steady. Don't go too quickly. Balance is important as well. But 2 lengths of the track so far. And Samuelsson lagging behind. This is a surprise. Linden is fast too. Tremendous performance by the Canadian. Now if he turns, 1 foot over the line is okay. Samuelsson's still struggling, but Travis Linden could beat Martin Muir. He's got about 15 metres to go to beat the German. Incredible.
Stop. They're doing a little
Both
shimmy.
men have come to a grinding halt on opposite sides.
He's
Linden
dropped
is
it.
gone. 82.95 metres. Samuelsson finishes just over 60. Martin Muir wins it with a brilliant performance.
There you
Well, a bit of needle now. Martin Muir arrogant maybe, but he was the best by some mark there. Travis Linden in second place, Glenn Ross only picking up 2 points, and he is well adrift now. But we have a real contest. Samuelsson,
Johnny
Linden
is struggling.
and Muir.
Double montage.
So we arrive at the deadlift hold, a fairly straightforward weightlifting competition, starting at a mere 280 kilograms, that's 616 pounds, and working our way up to who knows where.
It's deadlift time.
Well, Travis Linden eyeing a place in the final, but a bad performance from him, just 300 kilograms.
Not good from Travis.
And next to fall was Magnus Samuelsson.
Oh, Magnus.
The giant Swede could only lift 330. I'd say only, but here we are at 350 kilograms. Johnny Perry and Raymond Bergmanis both managing this.
There you go.
But that was the end for them. And so we had 2, Martin Muir and Glenn Ross. And the bar
Glenn
now
get some
370 kilograms. That's getting on towards 900
Well done,
pounds.
Glenn.
Muir couldn't manage it,
Well
but at
done,
last,
Glenn.
victory for the daddy.
The daddy?
So consolation for Glenn Ross. Victory at least in one event for him in the deadlift hold, 370 kilograms. Behind him, though,
they do wear long
competition
socks
hotting
in the
up
deadlift
because with
motivating,
just
so
2
they have to
events
scrape
go,
it against
Martin
their
Muir
legs.
now leads, Samuelsson dropping to second.
So now we come to our old friend, the boulder holder. 300 kilograms of
It was
rock, that's
victory for the
660 pounds
daddy,
to be
yeah.
picked up and carried as far as possible around the circle.
Okay, it's the boulder holder.
A massive event in every way for the Canadian Travis Linden. He's got to close the gap of a single point on Magnus Samuelsson, the former champion, and of course Martin Muir of Germany. Having a little bit of a problem with the grip there. Entirely on the forearms. The hands almost are incidental. They're just locked in the front. But he's
Hands are
going
incidental?
well.
I'm not
We
sure
saw
that's
just
true.
how well he carried the Africa Stone. So walking and lifting, well, I think he enjoys that. One revolution gone.
enjoys walking and
27
lifting.
metres.
There you go. He
Travis
says he wants to
Linden,
know
the
more
big
about
surprise
the
package
man.
of this heat. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain, whereas Samuelsson, as a former champion, is expected to go through to the final and figure there. This is tremendous by Linden. Closing in on 3 revolutions. He's still got a little way to go, but this is still a fine performance. He's over 70 metres. Now the lactic acid begins to kick in.
He's run out of breath.
Linden's performance terrific. He's gone into the lead, 75.3 metres. But is it enough?
It's the mark to beat. All the power to Magnus if he beats it, and also power to Martin as well.
I'm surprised Travis Linden has even got the energy to talk.
Take your
Absolutely fabulous. So Magnus knows to the inch, to the centimetre, exactly what he has to do now, even though Martin Muir is still to go.
Okay.
Samuelsson,
quick.
his mouth shut tightly, breathing through his nose, as wide as he can possibly get to add to the leverage of this giant 300 kilogram weight. 1.5 times round. He needs another full revolution to make it count against Travis Linden. Now, can he do it?
He's got a wide nose.
He knows exactly where Travis Linden dropped that 300 kilogram weight.
Oh.
He's just trying to look to see if he can see a yellow disc. There it is ahead of him on the left-hand side. He must go past it. He's level with it now. He takes a little look and he's down. Just ahead of Travis Linden. That was mind over matter. He knew precisely what he needed, and he did it.
Oh, he's at the
my
ball.
goodness, cooling off in the best possible way.
I just had to make some ground in this event. After 2 laps, I felt really, really hard. After another half lap, totally dead. And I saw his target. I just gave everything I had to reach it, and luckily I did.
Take your position.
Well, Martin Muir of Germany is making a real name for himself in this competition. I don't think he likes the tag of favourite. A lot of people are saying, well, this could be his year. We've got a long way to go before we crown the world's strongest man this year. But hasn't he got these walking and lifting events sorted out?
Loves to walk.
Far better than everybody else, bar Travis Linden in the Africa Stone. And now absolutely zooming around this circle. Coming up now for his second revolution. Is he going to get his second victory in this type of event in a row? 76 metres, Samuelsson's target. He's closing in on it. It's very close. He's got it. He's gone past Linden, gone past Samuelsson. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Ah, brilliant. Germany win again.
Brilliant. Germany win again.
Now I can save my body for the finalizing. I think I need a second last place in the stones, but I think I came not last. I make a good performance in the next event, and it is okay.
So the group really splitting into 2. The top 3 well clear of the rest. Another disappointing performance there for Glenn Ross, finishing in last place.
Yeah,
and what it means is that while Martin Muir is through to the final, will it be Samuelsson or Linden who joins him? One event to go. You know what it is.
What it is, it's the Atlas Stones.
The last 2 competitors we're going to see in this heat for the Atlas Stones. Travis Linden head-to-head against Magnus Samuelsson. The prize, a place in the final.
Oh, he's got
and
his
Linden's
ass.
gone down already. And time is of the essence here. Both men absolutely charging up with that lighter first stone. This next one weighs about 17.5 stones. Linden is catching the Swede.
Didn't know that. Okay, well,
Johnny Perry of the United States set
Yeah,
the
they shouldn't
standard
have
earlier.
presumed, should
5
they?
stones in 43.4. Martin Muir only lifted
going
4
quick.
stones. But we know that he's through to the final, and Samuelsson is on number 5 already.
Oh, he's got, he's
my
got it.
goodness.
That's good. That's
That is
impressive.
fabulous. One of the fastest times ever for 5 stones. Linden's done it as well. But significantly, it's Samuelsson who's beaten Linden in this event.
That would be a good
Samuelsson
prank.
is through to the final.
That is a
Linden will
strong
finish
man,
3rd.
I've never seen Travis before, and I never calculated with him to perform so extremely well as he did. So all credits to him, he did well. I did some mistakes in the beginning of the week, and I had
more
more time to handle the big heat they have here. Now I feel better and better for each day, and I promise you will see a big Swedish bulldozer in the final.
Big
A
Swedish
bulldozer and a
bulldozer
champion,
in the
Magnus
final.
Samuelsson winning the Atlas Stones as expected in the end. Well done to Travis Linden. We'll see him again. But what a disappointment for Glenn Ross, coming last.
There he goes,
in
so
that
Samuelsson
heat.
takes it
So
because Muir
Samuelsson
didn't
and Martin
bother.
Muir are the men who go through to the final of the Metrex
did see the
Trophy.
swimming pool
Where
prank,
they'll join
yeah.
Rasanen, Zylstra,
There we go, so
Carlsen and
Samuelsson
Girard.
takes it. Oh. I hope no one backed Muir, because he really did ease off on the last one there, I think. Right, let's take another quick break before the next one, I think. Yeah, I thought he was going to do little interviews with all the winners, but he hasn't, has he? It was just that one. Right, I'll pay out the prediction. Let's take a quick break. Come back for... It is World's Strongest Man, not World's Most Strategic Man. Exactly. Exactly. Right, okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back for the next heat. I've lost count of how many there's been.
It was supposed to go fast, yeah.
Right, we're back in there. I will... It's not this
Come
one.
on.
It's not
No.
this one. It's not this one. Have is receipt. It's not this, is it?
No.
And it's not this one.
No. Okay.
This one doesn't have 4 things in the first line, so
No.
probably not.
Shintaro Wogan, which I think is bad.
There we go. Right, and it's night again.
Great. What a good place to stop.
What a good place to stop. Also, that's leveled up. Perfect. What have you clicked in your time? Actually, nothing yet. It doesn't seem to have worked. It broke during Fishmas as well. Didn't click when I wanted it to. We're moving to the rear escort. Well, I think it might be windy.
Oh, yes, here we go. Ding dang do.
Here we go. Let's just check. Oh no! Fuck. Okay, I just did that on the time, I think. Oh, we've got a first aid.
Nice.
Wankerson's going all the way. It's gonna do a dance.
Here we go.
There we go. Oh, temperature's a good check. No. Celsius. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, Galacross. Galacross. Oh yeah, some numbers, right? Oh, on was there. 1, 2, 3. I'm a big clever lorry boy and I always eat up all my dinner. Set the timer for 5 minutes. Effort, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I got him wide open, right, okay. Let's see if Han can get this one in. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, and we've injured Kay.
Oh, Kay
Thibodeau.
Kay von Thibodeau.
Snapman. Julius smashing her in the back. Oh, that's nice. Oh, in the world? Back. Let's get back to these big men. That was shit. That was shit of me. Okay, here we are. Oh, my headbands have gone weird. Hang on, let me replace my headphones. Suppose I could do that while the show's on, couldn't I? Anyway, I hope everyone's enjoying some big lads. Right, okay, here we go. Can you have some hair? What form would you want it in, Mighty Fighty? Bag. Just in bag form. Nice bag of hair. Okay. Yeah, well done to Magnus Backers. He did win the last heat. Who's going to be our next strongest man? Oh, it is mute. It is mute. It will be mute. Yeah. Sorry. Right. It should be.
The Metrex Trophy for the world's strongest man to be fought for here at the Victoria Falls in Zambia on the banks of the Zambezi, where 1 million crocodiles lie in wait for unsuspecting, isolated canoeists. And then,
there's
in the
a
blink
crocodile.
of an eye, a flick of the tail, and a gnashing of the teeth,
here.
they're gone. And so are the canoeists. Never smile at a crocodile. But I'm assured these chaps are quite friendly, which is more than can be said for some of the prehistoric monsters.
It's a lot of crocodiles, isn't it, Matipoti? Oh, right, hang on, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh, we haven't seen them yet. There you go, Dr. Pam. There were some crocodiles.
In every heat, there are 6 competitors. They take part in 6 events,
no problem, Dr.
but
Black.
only the
You're
top
welcome
2
to learn.
will make it through to the final. And already there, Juha Räsänen, Wout Zylström,
there
Sven
are 6
Karlsson,
strong
Hugo
men so
Girard,
far.
Magnus Samuelsson and Martin Muir. Today there'll be 2 more from
heats
Heat
left.
4.
Oh, we might have to watch the final another time. Okay, it's Andrew Rains from the UK. Heinz Olsch. You spelled that wrong. Ralph Burr. Brian Schoonveld. Levi something. I didn't see the surname. I didn't catch his surname. See the surname. And oh, Janne Virtanen is another Finn. Andrew's the lad. Okay, let's see him again. There he is. Did he look big? Did look big, didn't he? Heinz Olsch. Ralph Burr. He's going finish this time. Is he one of the ones that's won it before? I think he might be. Brian Schoonveld. Looks like a big guy. Oh yeah. Boga. That's what you say his name. And then Janne Virtanen. Okay, let's start the prediction. I think that's a sensible strategy, JC. It looks so odd, but they're all kind of in their 30s, aren't they? And I guess they've had a hard life of lifting lots of things.
And barely a crocodile snap from the Victoria Falls, you find a car park. And that's where we get things underway.
That's a good strategy, actually, Mighty Fancy. I think that's a good
Carry and
strat.
drag, nothing too complex about this first event. Carry that 200 kilogram weight halfway down the course.
Which of
put
these
it
seems
down,
the strongest?
And then drag this 300 kilogram anchor and chain all the way to the other end of the course. Now that's a combined weight of more than 1,100
Carry
pounds.
in draft, is that what it's called? Yeah, that's right. Carry in
I used to
draft.
watch World's Strongest Man as a kid at Christmas, and to be part of it's great. I think Janne's going to win this heat, and it's just going to be a battle for second place.
Yeah, I know, Josie, it seems very familiar to me as well. I'm sure I watched this one when it was on.
Short legs, so carrying the weight is hard, and also when I pick the chain up,
because I'm so short, there's far more of the chain on the dragging on the floor. But I put my big boots on and, you know, you never know.
Paul Dickinson describes the action.
I think this was Friday night, yeah.
A few last-minute adjustments for the Austrian powerlifting champion, Ralph Baer.
The Austrian
Enjoying the
powerlifting
atmosphere
champion,
here.
Ralph
Then
Baer.
the heaviest man in this heat, Levi Vioga of
There you
New
go,
Zealand,
Levi is the
a
heaviest
massive
guy.
165 kilos.
Yeah, just put the
Andrew
big
Rains,
boots on.
almost dwarfed by Vioga, former powerlifting and bodybuilding champion from Barnsley. Then the giant
Barnsley.
German Heinz Olesch, a veteran of many, many strongman competitions. Brian Schoenfeld of the United States from Indiana, another powerlifter, a fantastic all-round sportsman, as is Jani Virtanen. Not just any old competitor either, because Jani Virtanen is the reigning world's strongest man.
He was the year
Away we
2000s
go.
world's
This is
strongest
the
man.
easy bit, if you can believe that. 200 kilograms on the far side. Ralph Baer of Austria is going well, but this is where it begins to get hard. 300 kilograms, the combined weight of the chains and anchor. Baer is absolutely fine.
Jani's
This is totally
smashing it,
against
isn't
the
he?
odds. Jani Virtanen was supposed to win this one. There he is, the man who lifted the title last year, but the Austrian is just ahead. Everybody's closing in, including Andrew Rains of Great Britain, but the man from Barnsley's gone down.
Andrew's got on his
Now,
ass.
who's going to win it? Ralph Baer wins it by the skin of
Ralph
his teeth.
gets it.
Virtanen in second place.
Andrew
Good
keeps
result
going
by
on his
Levi
ass.
Vioga in third. Now, what has Andrew Rains done?
Down again.
He's still got a way to go. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Vioga shouting and stumpy. Andrew Rains finishes, we hope, in fourth place. He's just
He's
finished.
got it.
Fourth place for Andrew Rains, but
There is
what
a
a
lot to like
result
about
for
Andrew.
Ralph Baer.
Well done, Ralph.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the leg are pumping.
How hard was that?
Very hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever done before.
John Infidel, so shit, isn't he?
I'm very happy.
It's like,
You won.
Yes.
You beat the
was
world's
that,
strongest
was that
man.
tiring, was it, Ralph? Yes.
Second.
Exactly. Yeah.
We were surprised.
Do you like robots?
Ralph is very good this event, but this is first event. Let's see what happens next event.
Tough here, there's a real tough group. Like I got last year's world's strongest man in my group. Ralph's really strong. But I'll just give it my best. Yeah, Kiwi power.
Kiwi power.
Well, victory perhaps surprisingly for Ralph Baer of Austria. The world's strongest man last year, Jani Virtanen, still looking pretty strong.
Okay, now they're
Well
pulling the
over
train.
100 metres beneath us, the mighty Zambezi, but we got some mighty men here. This is Heinz Olesch, a veteran of many, many years, world's strongest man.
KP for Kiwi
Including
power.
a final as well. He's going to set the standard. It's got to be a good one as well, though. 16 tons of train. It's beginning to motor
16
now.
tons of train.
Olesch going well. He only scored 1 point in the first event. Surely this is going to be better. It's fast.
Yeah, he's fast.
Very fast indeed. 25.8. The
Super.
second fastest we've seen in this year's competition by any of the competitors. Fabulous.
Congratulations, that was a fantastic time.
Oh, thank you. I needed it. Oh. But I'm the first one, so you don't know what the other's gonna do. So I will see. But I hope to do well in this event because of yesterday, and we'll see how it's going.
Well, it went better than it did for Brian Schoenfeld. 28 seconds dead for the American. And old Stumpy, Andrew Rains, 29.2 for the man from Barnsley.
Well, here's the heaviest man in this heat, Levi Vioga of New Zealand. 165 kilograms he weighs. That's an enormous amount of weight, but he's a very mobile man. The time to beat. Watch the clock in the top left-hand corner. 25.8 seconds by Heinz Olesch. He's got it moving. We saw him sprinting, and I mean sprinting, around the compound the other day, throwing a rugby ball around. He's pretty nifty, and obviously very strong, massively strong. But what a time set by Heinz Olesch. It's clicking away, 25, 26, he's not going to win it. He's just outside, 27 seconds. Good result once again for Levi Vioga, but two very good men to come.
I saw your face there. You almost seem to be enjoying it, were you?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's good fun.
Did you have a chance to look at the view while you were doing it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw the old. Not too bad.
Did that one?
I might bungee later.
Janne Virtanen, only second place for the defending champion in the first event.
Ready?
An athlete, every inch of his 6'5" frame, leans back. Perhaps he started leaning back a bit too soon there. It's not a fast start, but here we go. Plenty of chalk on the hands to add extra grip, and that train, it's not exactly hurtling over the bridge, but it's not bad.
You're every inch
25.8. Second place is 27 seconds. It's going to be close. The white markers on the rails. A couple of inches to go. Good time. 26.1 is in second place. Germany still leads. One man to go, and that's Ralph Baer. Well, a strongman, I think, is a little bit like this. You've got to be a bit crazy to do it. Fantastic stuff on this bridge. I think I'd rather pull a train, though, and there's only one guy left now. Ralph Baer of Austria. Big surprise winner of the first event.
What would everyone rather do? Jump off a bridge or pull a train?
He's not a massive man by any stretch of the imagination. Only 20 stones.
Can Ralph beat the time?
Fine competitor. I don't think he's got the start. He really struggled over the first 5 balls, but now he's going better. Much, much better. Big pull with the arms, big pull with the legs. He's got to have a massively strong back as well. It's going to be close once again. Whoa, 26.9. Just outside Levi Vioga's time. It's victory for Ole.
It was a very odd pick,
Janne Virtanen finishes in second again.
So Austria took the first event, Germany take the second, but Virtanen second in 2 consecutive events, and what that means is he's joint leader after 2 with Ralph Baer. What about the Kiwi, though? He needs a bit more bite to his performance.
It's a bit more bite. Oh, it's crocodiles again.
No, they've all been eating people, these ones.
How much does this weigh?
Probably about 350 kgs. Hi, how you doing? How are you keeping, We've caught over 200. You know, normally they shoot them.
It's a mad job, isn't it? So what, he just goes and he just winds it up with a stick?
Wow.
Imagine what it would do to you.
Yeah.
Imagine what it would do
get
to
free
you.
Food, free girls. What else could you have?
Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
one in here.
I don't know
There was a man inside it when we caught it.
But they,
When
how
you
did
get
they
to
pull
this
a
size,
train?
they can't catch fish. Too slow. So they've got to eat, you know, dogs, goats, people, whatever. People are easy. This big chap, Monguni, he's been taking people and cows for years.
Can they sense fear?
I'm sure they can. But you're not scared, eh?
No, no. Only when he looks me in the eye.
Yeah. I don't think I want to analyse the views of the white crocodile keeper who values
This is
cows
the
and the
Africa
people
stone,
of
175
Zambia as the same
kilograms,
thing.
385 pounds, to be carried as far as possible down this course until it
Oh,
quite
and now it's
literally
time for the
squeezes
Africa
the life
stone.
out of you.
Hello, Harry. We're watching some strong men.
Andrew Stumpy
Just in
Reigns
time to
up
see-
against Brian Schoonveld in
Yeah.
the United States. We'll emphasise once again,
There's a
not
guy from
race.
Barnsley
You
called
just do
Andrew
it until
Stumpy
every
Reigns.
last drop of strength
Or
has been
Reigns?
squeezed
Andrew
out of
Stumpy
you.
Reigns?
Andrew needs a good result here. These
And now
two
they're going
guys
to carry a
on
stone
4
the
points
shape of
each,
Africa as
equal
far as
in
they
last
can.
place.
Left.
If Andrew's got any hope
And
of
there's a
making
man
it through to the
following
final, he's
behind.
got to make his move here.
Looking for a
Literally
hug.
got to move as far as possible. Schoonveld going well, step for step, with Andrew Reigns.
6 metres, 4 metres.
Only 5'6" tall, but into that body, he manages to squeeze
Yuho
20
as
stones
his,
of solid muscle.
Keep going.
Now
as
then,
his,
the grip of
hug
Andrew
guy.
Reigns is interesting. He seems to be hanging on to a loop of something. That's going to help his grip, but I'm not sure it's allowed. I wonder what Douglas Edmonds, the referee, will make of that. Anyway, it goes on. He's obviously thought this one out. And it's neck and neck, but it's not now.
Oh.
Brian Schoonveld has come to a halt. That was very sudden.
Struggling.
Reigns continues, and this is brilliant. Almost 3 lengths. And that is superb. It's a brilliant performance by Reigns. Schoonveld is finished 56 metres. What about this from Andrew Reigns? 77.7 metres. Oh, great performance, and I think one which is going to be very tough to beat. We've got some great guys to come, but that was an inspired performance by Andrew.
What was your target there?
In my head, I wanted to get 4, but a little bit out of my league that. But I needed some points. My train pull wasn't a bad time, but it put me in last position. So
Andrew looks like Ram Man from Masters of the Universe.
I need to do really well from now.
He needed the points, and he's going to get some because Heinz Olesch could only manage 43.4 metres. And he's well clear of Levi Vioga as well. 66.43 for the man from New Zealand.
Our last 2 competitors, Ralph Baer can't wait to get on the platform. He really is going well in this competition, but so is Jani Virtanen. They're tied together on 10 points each at the top of the leaderboard.
Okay, it's the big 2.
Brilliant for us, though, isn't it?
Still
77.7 metres by Andrew Reigns. That leads at the moment. Virtanen, perfectly built for this event. Long arms wrapped around that giant stone, and look at the way he's moving. Yuka Haller once again
he's already gone.
Down into a sprint, but Bear's gone down. And I think he might be hurt as well.
Oh, no.
He's absolutely flat out. The doctor is racing over to the Austrian. Meanwhile, Virtanen carries on at some pace as well. A little touch on the line, that's all that's required. Turning round, no problem at all. He can see way over the top of the stone. I can't believe he's smiling. That's ridiculous. He's enjoying this. He knows he's scored big points again. Shall I go again?
Yeah, he might have been
right.
motivated.
Jani Virtanen is putting on a great performance here. He's not bothered about winning it. He's scored heavily once again, and that's all that matters.
If you had to go as far as you can go, how far could you go with that, do you think?
I think so, 125 meters. So
125 meters is possible?
Yeah.
So you are just saving your energy?
Yeah, of course. I go to final.
A supremely confident Virtanen, a great result for Andrew Reigns, a desperate one for Ralph Baer. And what that means is while last year's world's strongest man, bit by bit, is working his way towards the final again, the second qualifying place is anybody's guess.
Yeah, Reigns has got a chance. If you had to go as far as you could go, how far could you go? Thank you, Motivated. Okay, what's the next event?
Well, this group is wide open now as we come to the deadlift hold, a fairly straightforward weightlifting, powerlifting, if you will, competition that starts at a mere 280 kilograms, that's more than 600 pounds, and works its way up to who knows where.
Well, 280 kilos became 300, became 320, became 330. That's when Olesch decided he couldn't go on. It also proved too much for Levi Vioga. And Brian Schoonveld couldn't manage it at that mark either.
Go left, Brian Schoonveld.
Next stop, 340 kilograms. No thank you very much, said Baer.
It looks all right though, Ralph.
Jani Virtanen then against Andrew Reigns to win this particular event. The world's strongest man against Barnsley's strongest man.
And Barnsley takes it.
No contest. Victory for Reigns again, 2 on the trot, and that meant he
it
was
seems
now
like
a
it seems like a
serious
powerlifter,
contender
doesn't
for
it? That seems like that's his
four
his
second
best thing.
places on the run.
There you go,
He's
man.
all but there.
Stumpy's up
Reigns,
to second
Baer,
place.
Maybe Levi still in contention.
I've been excited since I got here, but I'm
I might have a sleepless night tonight.
And so we come to the boulder holder, 300 kilograms of rock, 660 pounds, to be picked up and moved as far as possible around this circle.
Levi Vioga, 13 points he's got at the moment, so an outside chance of qualification with just 2 events to go.
Lift.
Every time they go round this circle, 27 metres. Away we go. It says Douglas Edmonds, the referee, and one of the instigators of World's Strongest Man competition all over the world. Vioga, a massive man, fresh from his brush with one of the crocodiles who is almost bigger than him. Seems hard to believe, but Vioga, he's puffing and blowing a bit at the moment and finished at only 35 metres, and that is a poor score.
That's just about the end for Levi. Bit better for Heinz Olesch, 49.2 metres. Much better for Brian Schoenfeld, 56.5.
Now this is the man who is a danger to Andrew Rains. Ralph Baer, of course, he won the first event, the carry and drag. He's a single point behind Andrew Rains at the moment. Janne Virtanen, defending champion, and he goes last here. Ralph Baer recovered now from that mishap with the Africa stone. He really came down with a bit of a thump, and he's done the same again.
It's not that recovered, is he?
No injury, we hope, although one of his legs has buckled underneath him. I hate to say it, but this is good news for Andrew Rains.
I don't know what happened. 13. I get a ulcer blackout.
Well, I wonder what's going through Andrew Rains' mind. No British men through to the final yet.
Take your position.
This could be his moment to make sure. There's still one event to go, and it's a big one for Andrew Rains, and that is the Atlas Stones. But really, if he can score big here, we might see a Brit in the final.
The door is open for Andrew.
Ralph Baer, only 13.1 metres. He's gone past that already. The leader at the moment is Brian Schoenfeld, 56.5. Good performance by the American, but he's not going to figure in the final points tally for a place in the final. So Andrew Rains going well. He's developed a real cult following here in Zambia. Oh, he's down. 49.7. This most popular of strongmen. Big score, we
love
hope.
him in Zambia.
Janne Virtanen has a very simple motto when it comes to strongman competition. He wants to be the best. Well, he's the best at the moment in this heat. Mr. Consistency. 4 times he's finished in second place.
Lift.
The start position, so important. He's got his hands locked together. Away we go. 56.5 metres to beat by Brian Schoenfeld. And that would give Janne Virtanen his first victory this year. He's beginning to stretch away from the rest in terms of points. That's 1.5 times round. He's just got to go beyond twice round to win it. He's just having a little look. Absolute precision. Oh, to the inch, and down it goes. 58.1, a couple of metres ahead of Brian Schoenfeld, and that is victory number 1.
Not sure, go on.
With almost contemptuous ease, Janne Virtanen wins the stone circle ahead of Schoenfeld and Andrew Rains. But the most significant factor there was Ralph Baer's dismal performance, which means he is now 4 points behind Andrew Rains going into the last event.
It's looking good for Andrew. And it's looking good for Janne for the win.
Well, an immense effort by Heinz Olesch, putting all 5 stones on the wall, meant that when Ralph Baer failed to put 5 on the wall, that was the end of his challenge for a place in the final. So when Andrew Rains walked out to lift his Atlas stones, it was effectively little more than a lap of honour.
What a moment for Andrew Rains. Look at the difference in stature between the two guys. They weigh about the same, about 20-odd stones, but there's about a foot between their height, and Andrew Rains was always going to have a problem here.
Because he's not tall enough to get it on the thing.
No problem for the Finn. And Andrew is going to struggle. Not his favourite event. The weight is not a problem. Believe me. It'll feel almost like a feather to these guys, but the height is a problem, and Vertanen is literally sprinting away with this. Gives the big one a little pat on the head, says thank you very much. Oh, great performance by the Finn in defence of his title. Andrew continues. On stone number 3. It doesn't matter to Jani Virtanen, and in actual fact, it doesn't matter to Andrew Rains, but this, in fact, would be good practice for the final.
It's good practice.
Good rehearsal.
It's doing all right,
Look
actually.
at this
He
physique.
just struggled to get the first one
former
up.
bodybuilding champion, and you know
Yeah.
why.
That's
Absolutely
meaningless.
fantastic muscularity. If only he was about 6 or 7 inches taller, this would be so much easier. Almost just pressed it out with his arms there. The crowd still screaming for him. That is it. He's run out of time. He gets the single point he knew he would get by starting this last event. Andrew Rains is through to the final with the defending champion.
After this year at Britain's Strongest Man, and everything went wrong, everything went pear-shaped, I shouldn't even have been here. I've only come as a reserve, and somebody's pulled out. And here I am at final, so it's got to be good.
When you came here, could you, when you looked at the group and everything else, did you think you had a real chance of making it through?
You've got to think you've got a chance. Otherwise, why turn up?
They coat themselves in a really sticky.
But he knew
they kind of put a sticky thing all over their body
what it meant
to help
was
them
that
grip
at
the
least
stones.
one Briton in the final of this year's World
I think it's got a
Strongest Man.
stupid name like Stickum
Of
or
the
something.
8 finalists already confirmed for the Metrex Trophy, 7
Right, there we go.
nations
So it was
represented.
so Vertanen was the winner, right? Yeah, a tit stick. That's the stuff. Yeah. Right, Vertanen won. Well done to Vertanen's backers. I think it was mainly Joseph, possibly entirely Joseph. Congratulations. Super Gloob. Yeah, it might be Super Gloob. Right, let's go straight through. What's the next? I think the final heat, right? We may have to watch the final another day. Alternate, yeah, but it's going to be late, Freddie. It's going to be late. People have got to be up for school. I think the final might be an hour. But we'll see what time it is when we finish this. Heat. So yeah, we can do another hour.
The Metrex Trophy for the world's
That's still
strongest
before
man here
midnight.
at the Victoria Falls in Zambia.
Okay, who's going to be in the final heat?
In every heat, there are 6 competitors. They take part in 6 events, but only the top 2 will make it through to the final.
662 again,
8 places already taken by 2 Finns, a Dutchman,
Okay,
a Norwegian,
here's
a
our 8
Canadian, a
strongmen
Swede, a
through so
German,
far.
and 1 Briton. We need just 2 more.
Okay, here we are. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be tonight? It's going to be Adrian Rollinson. Oh, it's Odds Haugen. Flemming Rasmussen. Johan Van something. It's Phil Pfister. and Yaroslav, the something. Okay, let's review these guys again. Okay, Adrian Rollinson, Odd Hagen, Flemming Rasmussen, Johan van Heerden, and Jaroslav Dymek. There's a few spelling mistakes in these ones, but I'm not. That'll be. I think you can work out who's who. Okay, there you go. Click open. That's one the Poggers would love.
Well, this first discipline has two elements. First of all, you pick up these two giant cylinders that weigh 120 kilograms each,
youngest man.
take them to the halfway point,
He's still in the running towards oldest
and then
man.
you're confronted by this massive tyre, the biggest tyre ever to be used in any world strongman competition ever. 390
It does sound like it,
kilograms,
doesn't it, Josie? Yeah.
that's 860 pounds.
Okay, it's the carry and flip.
Commentary comes from Paul Dickinson.
Nearest the camera from South Africa in Bloemfontein, the gym instructor Johan van Heerden, his first ever World's Strongest Man competition. Next to him,
So
the
we're gonna go on
giant
odds.
Briton, Adrian Rollinson from the West Midlands. The amazing Odd Erlinghaugen from Norway, 51 years old.
51.
Flemming Rasmussen from Denmark, a former World's Strongest Man finalist. Yaroslav Dymek from Poland, a brilliant all-round athlete. And finally, the giant Phil Pfister.
Giant Pfister.
Phil Pfister of the United States really fancies himself at this event. Just inside him is Yaroslav Dymek of Poland, the real muscle man of this
That is a good
competition.
point. I
But at
haven't
the
seen
moment,
a strong
right in the
baby,
centre,
no.
Flemming Rasmussen of Denmark
So far,
going well.
there hasn't been a
Now
single
this
baby in
giant
any of the
tyre,
heats, has there?
300 kilograms plus. Dymek is just in the lead. Adrian Rollinson on the far side in lane 2, struggling just a
You
little
might
bit.
remember, I think Pfister was in the
But it's
97
Dymek in the
one of
lead.
these we watched, I think.
Yaroslav Dymek, under 6
think
feet
I remember
tall,
Pfister.
but massive muscularity. He's the closest man in this year's competition to a bodybuilder we've got, and he's finished. He's
we
won.
go.
Maximum points for Poland. USA in second place. Odd Haugen, the oldest man ever in
Odd
World's
takes
Strongest
it in
Man,
third.
51 years old. The Norwegian finishes third. That's Flemming Rasmussen. He finishes in fifth. And
Flemming's
poor
in
old
fifth.
Adrian Rollinson is
Oh,
struggling in
Adrian.
sixth place. Just a single point for the Briton. But what a start by the pole. Yaroslav Dymek takes 6 points.
Adrian wasn't happy with that
was the
tyre, was he?
quickest at 32 seconds. You were very pleased?
Yes, I hope. This is very good time, but this is my favorite event. Tire flip and farmer walk. I'm very happy for this time, this results.
You must be looking to get to the final, surely.
Yeah, and I think Sven, Samuelson, and Virtanen and I all have about equal chances for the top spot this year. But I don't think they'll be able to handle me next year.
How proud are you, though, to still be able to compete at this level?
Well, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I don't think age has that much to do with it. It has to do with your mind. You know, you're able to keep going.
Well, you've obviously got to keep yourself in pretty good shape, haven't you, all the way through?
Yeah, 'cause lifetime of fitness.
Well, I said to myself, if I could make it to the finals, it'd be like unbelievable. But in a more realistic light, I think if I can just place third, I'll be very happy. Beating Flemming and Phil or Jarek is very tough. They're very, very good competitors.
A very poor start for Adrian Rollinson in 6th place. Phil Pfister talking a good game in 2nd. But what about this pole?
What about this pole?
Strongman is not only strong, also very athletic. I show you, I kick this leaf.
Okay, this is good. Oh, he did kick the leaf.
One more time.
Yes!
And you can do the splits. He's a Renaissance man. He can do it all.
So Jarek, can you be the world's strongest man?
Yes, I can do it.
The Fingal's fingers, you know these. 5 giant poles, lift them up, push them over as quickly as you can. That one weighs 200 kilograms,
That's
225,
great,
250, 275, and
odd
this is the one that
Hogan
sorts the men from the boys,
tombstone.
300 kilograms.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I want more of that.
It certainly is going to be very tough indeed for Flemming Rasmussen here and Adrian Rollinson.
We've had a couple of them, haven't we? We've got to meet one of their wives.
Competition in the past.
One of them pushed John Inverdale in the pool, but not nearly enough.
It's all about endurance,
It's
technique, and strength, of course. Rollinson only a single point from the first
They have
event.
the little
Going
trolley.
well, but Rasmussen is going at it like an animal. He said he would, and he's doing exactly that. So already,
What about
Adrian
these
Rollinson
poles?
falling some way behind. He's the biggest
going
British
to make
competitor
that
we've got
joke.
here at World's Strongest Man at Victoria Falls, 25 stones or
He's a big
thereabouts.
Brit.
Now, come on, Adrian, you need this one. And
No,
Rasmussen has
Rasmussen's
finished.
put it down.
I think that one may have slipped out of his hand. So, Rollinson, if he gets this one, has got the advantage back.
Adrian, get it.
The crowd going ballistic for Adrian Rollinson. Come on.
He's got it.
It's vertical, it's down. 52.8 seconds for number 4. Good effort.
Whew. Oh, good. Oh.
4 was obviously the target.
Yeah, there are some big bombs.
I know I can do 4. I don't even bother with the 5th one like that, but I know I can do 4. To be Flemming. Oh.
Well done, Adrian Rollinson. Not so good for Johan van Heerden, just the 2 up for the South African. And 1 more for Odd Haugen from Norway in 32.6.
Phil Pfister in the orange, the giant American, the firefighter
big
from
Phil.
Charleston.
Okay, he's a
Jaroslav
fireman.
Dimek.
Not a
Diminutive
cop.
in terms of height, but so strong. But Pfister is flying. Jaroslav Dimek, a former international, junior international javelin thrower in athletics. Phil Pfister, a strong man through and through. Chasing the leading time so far by Adrian Rollinson. 4 fingers in 52.8. And if he keeps going at this rate, he's going to have no problem beating it. And he has. Now he's going to go for number 5. Jaroslav Dimek. He's trying to make 4. Phil Pfister, the only man we think to do 5. Yes, he does.
There you go. Phil gets 5.
That is a victory. The American has got it.
That's right. Per 5 per
Jaroslav
fingers
Dimek
make a
has got
fist.
good points as well in 2nd place.
But you were sending out a message there, because anybody watching that would have thought, God, he's in good shape.
Well, you know, it's not that tough of an event if you're good at it.
It doesn't feel. It feels like
perhaps
it's not a tough
Strongman's
event.
a
It's
big
not
sport,
that tough
that's
an
for
event if
sure.
you're good at it.
So when the little
Feels
guys
like his
come
name
up
should
and
be
really well,
Hill
really got
Fister,
the
doesn't
man.
it?
Big man talking big. Phil Pfister taking 6 points in the Fingal's fingers. And he and Jaroslav Dimek are very much the men in control after the first 2 events. 5 points clear of the field.
Yeah, Phil Pfister's fingers. Yeah. Oh, it's train time.
In 1905, the great and the good of Rhodesian society gathered in this very train to formally open the Victoria Falls Bridge. And just as the ribbon was being cut, a giant leopard hurtled towards Zimbabwe, becoming the very first thing actually to cross this bridge. 96 years on, we thought we'd get our big, strong guys to replicate that journey, only this time they've got to pull a 16-ton railway carriage.
Yes, that's right, Josie. The great and the good of Rhodesian
Well, the
society.
bridge closed to everything and everybody, bar
There are
a
some
strong
really
men,
rotten
a huge
overtones
number
to
of
this whole
spectators
event,
who are
aren't there?
creating a great atmosphere, and of course
Not
the train.
least the number of black
And this is
contestants.
Odd Haugen of Norway, 51 years old. He's kept himself in remarkable
where's
shape
the
over the
leopard?
years. Good start for Haugen. First time ever in World's Strongest Man. Good start it is. He's got that train going, and momentum is what this event is all about. Then the rhythm, and then the endurance factor kicks in. And this could be the most difficult part of it for Odd Haugen. Lived in Hawaii for many, many years. Now back in his native Norway.
That's Aloha again.
28.9 seconds. Terrific performance. Absolutely superb. The old man has done well.
Well, it was certainly too good for Flemming Rasmussen, who could only manage 32.1 seconds. But into the lead went Johan van Heerden of South Africa, 28 seconds dead.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, rhythm, train.
Well, the next competitor is Adrian Rollinson from Dudley in the West Midlands.
It's from Dudley.
Two sons, Tom and
Adrian,
Jack.
are you ready?
And they want to see Dad do well in this one. 1.88 meters tall, a massive 145 kilograms in body weight, and a big, big growl to get this going. Johan van Heerden's time
he's channeling
is the
that
lead,
leopard,
28
isn't he,
seconds
with
dead.
those kind of roars.
Well, there's a huge amount of weight on this bridge. Adrian Rollinson swims 3 days a week, so if the bridge did give way, he'd be all right. So come on, Adrian, let's do it for Great Britain and yourself. Make a real challenge here. He's not leading back as much as the rest of them, but it's good. 27.9 seconds, 1/10 of a second, has done it. He's gone into the lead.
Well, you've got to be third at worst, which is pretty encouraging, isn't it?
That's good in the world, yes. I still could go through, like, you know, it's a possibility. They keep travelling on, keep going at it.
Well, in his own quiet way, I think Adrian's pleased about that.
Yes.
But there are two very good guys to come. Yaroslav Dimek, a school teacher.
Are you ready?
A primary school teacher at that. I bet he doesn't get much trouble at school. Fantastic all-round athlete, but I think this could be a problem for him. Body weight does count for a lot, and Adrian Rollinson is about 5 stones heavier than this fella, but I have to say he's going well.
He's going well.
27.9 seconds, the time to beat.
He's going to smash it.
Can he keep this going? He's pulling mainly on the right-hand side. Oh, it's good. It's very good, in fact. A big surprise. Dimek has done it, 26.1. Phil Pfister, the only man left. Is Dimek going to get victory number 2?
A-tab.
That was a very good time for you, yes?
Yes. This event is not too heavy, but more dynamics. I like this event. I prepare myself good to this competition. This is the fact.
And do you think that Phil Pfister can beat your time?
I don't know. He's very, very good.
He certainly is, and we're going to know in about 30 seconds' time, or exactly 26 seconds, if he's going to beat the pole. Phil Pfister is not a modest man. He really does believe in his own ability.
Oh no, I hope it's not the leopard.
Tremendous upper body strength, huge bicep muscles.
Shop owner is
Not so strong in the legs, it's mainly upper body this, but he really is coming on strong now. Adrian Rollinson's time, of course, is important. 27.9, but Rollinson goes down into third place. That is victory number 2 for Phil Pfister by 0.8 of a second, 25.3. Thumbs up against the American.
Phil Pfister.
Yeah, pulling a train like a tank. The
He's
Yank,
just pulled
Phil
the train
Pfister taking 6 points there.
fastest.
Dimek in second place. A very good performance from Adrian Rollinson, but the big two are getting away from the rest. Mind you, Adrian Rollinson is the man leading the chasing pack.
Rasmussen's fuck you, yeah, he's let you down. He's let you down, brother.
High up on the eastern cataracts of the Victoria
Let's go to the
Falls,
trap. That's a relief,
an event
mighty
that can
voting.
pull an arm out of its socket as easily as a chicken leg off a bird.
What was
the
that?
guys here have to hold these two
Oh, it's the pillars
160
again.
kilogram pillars in a crucifix position for as long as possible until their body says no more.
Chair.
Johan van Heerden, one of quite a few competitors this year to be in his very first World's Strongest
Pillars
Man
of
contest.
Destiny, that's right,
He's actually
Gilmore.
put up a pretty good showing so far. He lives and trains in Bloemfontein, the home of the great Gerrit Badenhorst, who's been the strongest man in Africa for many, many years. I think Gerrit would agree that he's a bit long in the tooth for this sort of competition now, and the mantle has been passed to Johan. About 21 stones in body weight, very, very muscular. And actually here, looking very composed as well.
This will be good for him then.
He's almost like a tourist. He's just having a little look around.
Yeah, I think this one is, if you've got good grip, you can carry on going for years.
Anything over 35 seconds, we've come to learn, is pretty good. The guys at the back just looking and staring, and I think thinking this guy is going well. Oh, he's gone, but it's over 40 seconds, 44, and that is going to be a very tough target to beat.
Why do you think you have got such a good grip?
I don't know. I think I was born with it.
You can't sort of say why, you know, like the fingers or anything like that, no?
No, I can't say really. It's maybe kind of very small hands, got big hands, but I think you'll see a very good time from Phil Pfister. He's got the biggest hand of all the 30 guys competing here.
He's got the biggest
Well,
hands.
Rasmussen has clearly given up the ghost, just 8 seconds from him.
Oh, Rasmussen.
But
He does
Odd
have a
Haugen
bandage
is
on
no
his
quitter.
arm, doesn't he?
39.1 seconds for the 51-year-old.
There you go, Odd. That put him in the lead?
Adrian Rollinson.
Here's
After
Adrian.
that very poor 6th place in the first event, he's come back strongly with 2 third places. Good news for him, but needs something special here. Away we go. What a time by Johan van Heerden at 44 seconds. Solid as a rock at the moment. He's not a big man in terms of muscularity, but he's very, very solid. 15 seconds gone. Looking comfortable, breathing. That big strip of plaster over his nose is supposed to help breathing. Oh, he's looking at the left arm. Oh, this is bad news for Rollinson. He literally goes crashing out. 25.7 seconds. So disappointing for Adrian. Now we move on to Jaroslav Dimek. In second place overall behind Phil Pfister. It's a shame in a way he hasn't got his t-shirt off. You really would see how muscular this guy is. Looking steady.
It's a shame he hasn't got his t-shirt
Not short
off.
of confidence, like the man ahead of him, Phil Pfister. Just having a little look round as well, like Johan van Heerden did a few moments ago. I can't believe the confidence of this guy. 44
We saw him with the shirt
seconds
off
the
earlier
target.
when he was kicking a leaf.
I wonder if he's just nodding to himself, or if that is an arrogant nod in terms of what he's letting the crowd know, which is, I'm the man, I'm in shape. Coming up to 40 seconds. This is good, and Johan van Heerden must be bothered now. Oh, he's gone, but he's done it by the skin of his teeth. 44.6, we've got a new leader.
If only his shorts were off.
But I think
Yeah, his yelling was
Phil
good.
is very strong man. He have very strong grip. Maybe Phil wins.
So what are the actual dimensions of the fist of
Oh,
Phil
good.
Pfister?
Damn big, man.
Damn big.
If you have to ask, you don't need to know.
How important is it having hands that big, do you think, given what you're doing here?
Strongman's definitely a big man's sport. The bigger frame you have, the better off you are to carry weight and handle weight and move weight. There's an old saying that you're only as strong as your hands. And,
You've got strong hands.
Why is he being so cagey
He's
about
got
the fight with his
giant hands,
hands?
this man. They're like great big bunches of bananas. And if it's any
Look up,
reflection of his ability in
You're
this
only as strong
event,
as
he's
your
going
hands,
to
yeah.
walk it. So here we
They're
go.
like great big bunches of
Phil
bananas.
Pfister chasing Dimek's lead. They've actually been locked together in first and second place ever since the first event.
Yeah, probably, brother.
And I reckon that if Phil Pfister wins this one, he can start looking forward to the final, and so can Dimek. Trying to stay relaxed, which is actually almost impossible in
weight it
something
down.
like this. John said right at the beginning of the program, it's all in the shoulder joints. If you haven't got the strength, you wouldn't dare try this event otherwise. locking his legs to get a good position. 40 seconds and looking stronger and stronger. He's gone past it, he's won, but he wants to put on a bit of a show here.
I will win it for America. I'll keep coming back. I'll keep winning. America will have world's strongest man.
Well, that's the message. We'll have to wait and see. Oh my goodness. That was a show indeed. 59.8. Big points for Phil Pfister.
Was a minute possible there?
Oh, certainly. But you know, if you're going to make a speech during an event's a great time to make a speech, don't you think? So I'd already beaten the time for my group. So what the hell, make a nice little speech, you know, good for the television and good for the people back home in the States. But if I'd had enough presence of mind, I should have hung on a bit longer after the speech just to go for the world record. But who wants to show off? You know, I did well in the fastest time ever, and got to save a bit for the finals, right?
You say so, Phil. Anyway, Mr. Pfister takes the 6 points there.
Mr. Pfister.
Dimmick, consistent as ever in second place. Disappointing for Adrian Rollinson that, and the gulf now is unbridgeable. Pfister is definitely into the final, Dimmick just about.
Okay, it's deadlift time.
All of which made the deadlift hold something of an irrelevance, as Phil Pfister's combat proved.
Thanks, John. Really building it up.
Flemming Rasmussen pulled out with injury, which left
Flemming's
a four-way battle for the points at 320 kilograms. That was all too much for Johan van Heerden of South Africa. Adrian tried his best, but he couldn't manage it either.
No, Adrian.
Which left a battle for top spot between Jaroslav Dimmick and Odd Haugen. Youth against experience.
Come on, Odd.
Youth won.
Oh.
Odd clearly deciding that discretion was the better
Yeah,
part
didn't
of valor.
bother. Give him a little hug.
So 6 points for the poll. Phil Pfister picking up 2 points for not picking up anything. So he and Dimmick are through to the final. Good efforts by the rest, not least Odd Haugen, the oldest man ever in World's Strongest Man. 51 years old.
Yeah, that is a real danger because he's through, so they're not
Well, it's
competing
all
for the
over
win.
bar the shouting and screaming, and some of that may well come from the competitors themselves. It's been the Dimmick and Pfister show ever since event 1. They're safely through to the final. Dimmick almost threw that one over the back of the wall. But I wonder what sort of prospect these two guys are going to have in the final. This is a tremendous show of strength from both men. Dimmick has never done this event before, Pfister has, and this could be very fast.
Oh.
It's getting close to 30 seconds.
Oh.
That is a massive performance by
That's all. I
Pfister.
think you're all right, Josie.
Very close to Sven Carlsen's world record at a shade over 30 seconds. Can Dimmick do 5 as well? It doesn't matter because he's definitely through to his first ever World's Strongest Man final. And just to cap it off, Phil Pfister's time, 30.1, the fastest ever recorded.
Oh,
Brilliant
there you go.
performances by both fellas. Someday, says Phil Pfister, he will be the best.
I think, you know, that was nothing too taxing, obviously, so just a good way to stay toned, stay fit.
He was
get tuned in for the final to hopefully turn it on and be strong.
Well, he sure turned it on there. 5 in 30.1, a new world record in the Atlas Stones. And Pfister and Dimmick qualifying for the final, well clear of everybody else. Dimmick and Pfister complete the lineup then for this year's World's Strongest Man for the Metrex Trophy. 10 men to fight it out for the biggest prize of all. 20 must go home, but they've all had a great time.
He's a bit of a knob, yeah. What's the time? Oh, it's 11:15. I'm not sure what this bit is. It seems to be the bit of barbecue. I'll buy the hat. Oh. Stronk? What's Stronk? Buy hat watch final. There's lots of demands coming in here. Yeah, alright, look. We'll take a quick break. Everyone stop saying stronk. Or keep saying stronk. I don't mind. Yeah, you can say strong if you want. Right, okay, let's take a quick break. Let's all refresh ourselves. Let's go and I'll get another Pepsi Max and then we'll watch the final. Be strong. World's strongest man. I'm not going to play the stonk. That's Harry's thing. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Muffed it.
You started in the wrong place.
Yeah, alright, well. It's easy to be wise during the event, you know?
Listen, did you want me to let you get through the whole star that?
Yeah? Yeah, I think I'm going to win.
I don't want to rewind.
Okay. Because
probably.
I need points.
It's a different time.
Well, the
The
spectators
90s.
have already seen Popov and Moali complete event 4, so it's Russ Bradley, along with Riku Kiri, who was runner-up in last year's final. Russ Bradley running out, and they've got it all to do now. Kiri has done it all before, of course, but Russ would do really well to make the final at his first attempt. The grip so important.
Oh, yes, please. Oh! Okay, yeah. Harry and Brad Santham, I think it's Michael. Okay, I think this is a blue sky. Okay. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is! Oh, I missed! Uh-oh. Oh! Oh no, this is the one.
How can you have missed? What have you done? Have you crashed the game?
Yeah, it's that bit that crashes the game every time. I forgot about it. No, that wasn't, was it? Because they were only talking about the rest of the team.
Are you excited too? Right on, yeah. Well, let's see it.
But it was, to be fair, it was a speaking woman.
Two of our teams have struck up a winning partnership, but only one of them can be crowned our tag team terror champions. So prepare to find the Bonnie and Clyde of Robot Wars as we let the final begin. Oh, fight and talk, we shall see. Let's hear for King B3 and 101.
It's good, it's good. It's good, Josie.
It worked, didn't it? It really did work.
You've gelled,
I know, it's incredible, but it's worked out quite good, I think, yeah.
Which was surprising, let's face it, with similar robots.
Well, I think that's because we know each other's robot really well. We know how to complement each other in a fight. Having fought each other, for a couple of fights, we know, what to do.
Well, I didn't mean to waste my balls. It was an accident. It was a ball accident. I don't need to rant. This is what a shit safari. Oh, I've used the ball again. Oh no, I've got a Nidoran. No, I don't think I do want to give it a nickname. Oh no, I need to be able to do the rhythm game.
Some blackbirds. I'll make them the best blackbird pie they ever tasted. Shrek's starving for some
Okay,
great pie.
if someone could clip this, I will make it into an
wants to
alert.
make it for him. But who will be able to bring home the blackbird? Fiona Doll, it's your hero time. Hero time.
Yeah, I'd say European towers are actually very reasonable. They're very small amounts. Just pays for maintenance of the roads.
You keep on tracking, buddy.
Oh, I thought that was a real sub coming in. Well, it was, but it was just from the past. I don't know what's made Bread Santa say, "Get fucked, creepy frog." Maybe I don't need to know. Right, okay, let's get this on. Let's get the final on. Okay, we do know. Oh, you're going to want to probably go on the audio. Right, okay. Here we go. We know who's going to be in this one.
The Metrex Trophy for the world's strongest man to be won here today at the Victoria Falls in Zambia. Until Dr. David Livingstone, a self-confessed caber-tossing fanatic, got here in 1855 and named the falls after the Queen, they were known as Mosi Ayatunya, the smoke that roars, perfectly describing the millions of tons of water cascading into the river beneath. The mighty Zambezi, and mighty is the word for the Herculean task that face our finalists.
Is that just John Inverdale doing a scream? Okay, we get a little montage. Hope everyone's enjoyed Big Lads Night. As advertised, isn't it?
4,000 pounds of human beef doing battle over 7 events, at the end of which only one of these 10 will be able to call themselves the world's strongest man.
Martin Muir. He was a good athlete. Yeah, what? There's Vista, there's Vertiman. There's Dimek, who we saw last time. It's Andrew. Stumpy. And that's all of them.
Is this the hardest final that you've ever done?
Just check I've got them all on the list.
7 events, at the end of which only one of these 10 will be able to call themselves the world's strongest man.
Magnus Samuelsson, this big Swede. What Zilstra? Okay, I think that's everyone. Okay, there's 10. There's 10 lads this time. Okay, predictions on who's going to be the strongest man. I spelled Lord oh, sorry, Mighty Mighty. Yeah, there's a few spelling mistakes in there. I have to type it quite quickly.
Because it's, how can I say, many guys are very good on those events you're going to do now. So I think it's going to be a very high standard.
I think the winner will be Sven Karlsson.
Bill, it's very good shape, and Magnus and Hugo and
yeah, Stumpy's here.
Sven.
Sven, Magnus, Yanni, Hugo.
Oh, I'm thinking that Sven Carlson is winning. I am the favorite, and I like that.
Sven
That makes
the
them all
favourite?
worried about me.
Okay, it's the Yoakum flip. It's gone yoke.
2 heats of 5 in this first event, described by Paul Dickinson.
What a moment for these 5 men. Absolutely blistering conditions, well over 40 degrees, but that's not half as bad as the intensity of the competition here. Martin Muir of Germany. A marvellous moment for him to even make it through to the final, as it is for Jaroslav Dymek of Poland. Mr. Universe in every sense. The giant Hugo Girard of Canada, one of the heaviest men in the final. Sven
And I remember
Carlson,
Hugo is a
second
cop, but he's a
last year
massive
and wants
cop.
the crown of this man, the defending champion, Jani Virtanen. The first part of the competition, they've got to
It's a
carry
good
this
bet for
giant
World
yoke.
Yoke man. What was
It's a bar on
great
top of
on
2
two
enormous lorry
Irish
engines
friends.
weighing 365 kilos. The fastest time wins. And then when they drop it, it's onto the big tyre. Another object, over 300 kilos, and Carlson is flying. Hugo Girard
Sven
is
is
going
going
well.
well.
The defending champion, the reigning champion, Jani Virtanen, now beginning
Oh
to
no, he's
count.
coming back into it. Versus coming back into it.
Just ahead, then Virtanen. On the far side, Dymek's not going too badly. He's the smallest man in this first event.
Not smaller than
Carlson still
Stumpy.
ahead, but Virtanen is definitely catching. It's neck and neck between Finland and Norway. Scandinavia keep on reproducing these incredible strongmen. Carlson just gets it.
Oh, it was close.
Just ahead of Virtanen. Girard will finish just behind those two. And then it's a battle for the minor positions. But Carlson has done it. He's taken Jani Virtanen's scalp at the very
Oh no, sorry, there's
first
2
attempt.
heats in this one.
Still one more heat to go, but what a
No,
cracking
Stumpy's
start
in
by
the second. There's 2.
Norwegian.
Now there's 10 instead of 8. Instead of 6. There's 2 heats.
Still 5 guys to go, but at least I've beaten 4 of them now. I wasn't pleased, but it's okay, I think.
And the time that all these guys have to beat, 40.75
555.
seconds
Is that what
by
they
Sven
said?
Carlson.
5552.
On the far side, Andrew Rains, the only Briton through to the
Here
final.
it is.
Barnsley's finest.
Barnsley's
A
finest.
tough moment for
Barnsley's
him.
finest
Next
man.
to Phil Pfister of the United States, who performed so well in the heats.
Yeah,
Then
Pfister did perform well in the
Zylstra,
heats.
Another monster man.
Lane 4 representing Finland, Juha Räsänen.
Juha Räsänen, one of 2 Finns through to this final, the new name in World's Strongest Man. And then Magnus Samuelsson, the former champion who won back in 1998. 2 incredibly fast times by Carlson and Virtanen.
Okay, we're off.
40.75 and 40.81. There is a suggestion that Magnus Samuelsson got a bit of a false start there.
Oh,
On the
did
far
he?
side, Phil Pfister. Well, he put it down too soon.
Oh,
I was gonna say
Pfister
he was
is
in the
messed
lead,
up.
But now it's Samuelsson. A very fast time he's got to follow, but the Swede is going well.
It's not looking good
Phil
for
Pfister,
Stumpy.
had
He
2
is too
bites of the
short to be
cherry.
yoke.
He put the weight down too early. He's falling back now, as is Andrew Rains. He's in all sorts of problems as the Briton. Keep your eye on the clock. One more flip should do it for Magnus Samuelsson. It's going to be very
smash the
close.
field.
It's just inside. Oh, magnificent. 0.12 of a second, 40.63 ahead of Carlson, and Virtanen will finish in 3rd place. But the Swede has done it. It's been a Scandinavian clean sweep.
It's a shame they've got the
Unbelievable.
shirts on,
And
isn't
Phil
it?
Pfister will be absolutely disgusted
Oh,
with
Phil's
himself.
fucked it.
He made a
He's
huge
fucked
error
it.
there, and that has cost him dearly. Andrew Rains is way out of it in last place. A great start, though, for Magnus Samuelsson. Brilliant.
It's not really one of my favorite ones. Sven is very quick in this event. I've seen him over the years, always score in this one. So if I can beat him in this one, I'm probably pretty good shape myself.
So Sweden, Norway and Finland occupying the top 3 spots, a Scandinavian monopoly. A poor
Not a good
result for
start for
Andrew
Stumpy.
Rains, a desperate one for Phil Pfister.
And Pfister, yeah, Pfister's in trouble. He does need to, yeah, he needs to train, yeah. Okay, lots of
Wherever you
animals
look on
here.
the banks of the mighty Zambezi, wildlife of every shape and size. And what better way to view it than from one of these fantastic game trucks?
Now, if we were trying to find the world's strongest rhino, we'd get the competitors to tip this thing over. But as we're only dealing with men, we thought we'd get them to lift it up.
Nice.
This presumably is your bank of bed.
I need this one. It's a good event for me. So
yeah, when it comes to lifting a safari jeep,
I can.
Stumpy's your man.
Why are you good at this?
Well, if you look at most of the other guys, they've got long, skinny legs for running events.
Yeah, that's truck down indeed.
You just have to
oh,
take
there's
a look at
close up of Stumpy's legs.
Long and skinny, they're not. Andrew Rains comes out strapped up round his knees. He's got one of these super suits on as well, which takes the pressure a little bit off the back. Well, he didn't quite describe himself as the perfect squat machine, but I reckon he is.
The perfect squat
this
machine.
truck weighs 2 tons. The effective weight on his shoulders, around about 700 pounds or thereabouts. There we go, single repetition, and he's on his way. He really does need to do well here. It's early days, of course, in the final, but he is a former powerlifting champion. He then went on to become a champion in bodybuilding. He wants to become a champion in Highland Games as well as strongman, and he's even talked about going on to do some wrestling as well. There's no end to this guy's competitiveness. Great performance so far for Andrew. 6 reps.
Western Superman.
The pressure on those
the Jeeps from
knees
Western
is
Superman.
unbearable.
Seems weird they imported it when they you think they'd have
stuff.
one in Zambia.
There's no such thing as a banker in World's Strongest Man. The guys are too good for that. The competitiveness out there is absolutely phenomenal. But in the squat, this guy at the moment is king.
Oh,
that
well
is
done.
9 repetitions. He wants one more. He's run out of time. He got 10, but it won't be counted. And that is so much better. Well done, Andrew Rains.
There's no such thing as a
Brilliant stuff.
banker.
And a tough act to follow,
Not
that's
in
for sure.
Strongest Man, Matty.
Just to prove how tough it was, Dimmek could only do 1.
He got 1. Stumpy smashed that, hasn't
That
he?
wasn't bad, because
Oh,
Rasmussen
Rasmussen's not got any.
And he wasn't alone. Wout Zilstra of the Netherlands couldn't manage one either.
Get it up.
And neither could the
Oh, and
big
Fister's
talking
got as well.
American Phil Fister.
Look at that face.
A chance now for Martin Moore of Germany. Like Andrew Rains, a former powerlifting champion, where the squat is all part
I think
of
it's
the
showing
competition.
it's quite hard to lift a Jeep up.
Does he get 1? Yes, he does. Now, he's over 6 feet tall, so I suppose you could say at a disadvantage. Andrew Rains only 5
Looks a
foot
bit
6.
like he looks a bit like
legs.
Jeff
Martin Moore's
Jarrett's.
legs actually look pretty skinny in
In this
comparison, but he's very
particular
strong.
scenario.
Chasing 9 lifts. The back is going to hurt there. The top of the shoulders, due to the pressure pushing down on them of this giant truck. The knees as well. That's why they're heavily
Sometimes
wrapped.
in these, you
Going for
do
number
see
6.
like horrible things happen, like
squeeze it out.
blood vessels pop.
Well, he's closing in on Andrew Rains. 3 more to go to
Or their
draw
head
level.
just sort of splits
Oh
open.
my goodness, look at this. The pressure.
Oh yeah,
that's
look, there you
built
go. His nose has started
Breathe
bleeding.
out on the way up.
He's
Blood
gone
is
but
absolutely
master.
pouring out of his nose. He finishes on 6. That's the second best we've seen so far. Another good performance from Martin Moore.
Well, we saw that Phil Fister scored 0, and maybe the big tall guys won't do very well, so that you might get a good score here.
I hope I came 2nd or 3rd. Only Svent, I think, can beat me now, not the other guys. And 3rd is not a bad place.
Hugo Girard, he wasn't mentioned, was he? But Hugo, strongest
Don't we
man
know
in
the
Canada
science
for
of it,
quite a few
Mighty
years,
Boaty,
a former
but-
world's strongest man finalist, and one of the heaviest men in the final. He weighs about 24.5 stones.
You're just pushing so
62
hard, but
inches around the chest,
it
and
pushes
that
blood
first
out
one
your
was
nose.
easy.
Right,
Breathe
Girard's
down on the way
massive,
up,
isn't he? He'll be able to
and in
lift a
on the way
Jeep
down.
up.
That's the way to do it. He's actually giving that frame a little bit of a bounce, but he's got to go a long way down to achieve that. Down. The thighs will be parallel to the ground when he's in the deep squat position. This is a good performance by Girard. 5 repetitions, 1 more. to match Martin Moore, and he's got that. Now he's going to chase Andrew Rains of Great Britain. Incredible strain on the lower back. That's why they've got these enormous belts around their midriff. Coming up to 8, can he squeeze out one more? If he can
he do it?
The points will be shared. If he does one more, he goes into the lead.
He's got it.
That is number 9. He's just actually checking around to get the score. Can he do 10? No, he
Oh,
can't.
he's doing.
So Andrew Rains is still in first place, but this time he's got somebody with him. Hugo Girard of Canada. Tremendous effort.
Well done, Hugo.
After the first couple of ones looks pretty cool. I knew what to expect. I trained very hard for that event, and the power event always goes for me. Hopefully,
yeah, the power events are good for him.
9 reps, but
he's strong.
That 10 one, I wanted it bad, but I had to rush on the last one because of the time limit. But that's okay. That's a good number.
Not a bad number, is it? 9 reps the target now for the defending world's strongest man, Janne Veltonen.
Come on, Janne.
Now, he's a tall man. He's got relatively
He's a tall
skinny
man.
legs.
He's got quite
They're actually
spindly
massive
legs, yeah.
But in terms of Andrew Rains, they're pretty skinny. So what can he get out of this one? A very calculated squat there, squeezes one out, he's on his way. He's scored points. Better than Zylstra, better than Räsänen, his teammate, and better than Phil Pfister. This is tough.
Yeah,
He's
quite
got
the
2.
face. He's not built for
Referee
this,
Douglas
is he?
Edmonds shouting out the number of reps. So slow and controlled, but that's important. If you go down too quickly, you're going to be dead and buried. No doubt about that.
Really forcing these out.
He's got a long way to go before he catches Martin Moore of Germany, who's in 3rd place behind Andrew Rains and Hugo Girard. He gets number 4. Can he go 5?
Oh,
no,
no,
he doesn't
no,
even bother
4's
trying.
enough.
That will be enough. He scored well in the first event. He's going to score pretty well here too. Sven Karlsson all wrapped up, all covered up and ready to go. It's getting hotter here. It really is. He's got the super suit on, he's got a tracksuit on, he's got about 5 yards of knee wraps on as well. But he's on his way and on number 2. He said in the heat that this will be his year. He's finished 3rd 2 years ago. He finished runner-up last year to Janne Veltonen, and he feels that he's done enough training, enough preparation, and mentally he's right to win it. Second place in the first event. Now he goes past Martin Moore, so he's scoring well again. Andrew Rains is in the lead together with Hugo Girard, but Karlsson has equalled that.
Your old boss that had a facelift.
One more will do it.
Oh, he's got it.
Still Magnus Samuelsson to come. It's enough, he says. Thank you very much. Goodbye. He's not going to do one more, surely. He's not sure. That's the problem. He's asking for clarification on the score, but he did do 10. The worst he could do now is finish 2nd once again. He really wasn't sure that time. Absolutely unbelievable. But that is the top score so far.
Viking power.
Viking power at its best.
Did you have any doubts you could do 10?
No. No way.
Because everybody else has been struggling so much with it. So what is it that meant you could do it that they couldn't?
Because of this, I think they are one of the strongest in the world. My legs. The Viking legs.
You have the world's strongest thighs.
I hope so. Just the Swede doesn't do anything funny here now. But I don't think so, hardly.
So you're going to be the leader going into the 2nd day?
I would think so.
And how do you feel about everything generally at the moment? Pretty good?
Hallelujah. Welcome to another beautiful day in Zambia.
Every day so far has been a beautiful one in Zambia, but I wonder if this is going to be good for Magnus Samuelsson. Sven Karlsson doesn't seem to think so. He's certainly tall. That is a disadvantage. We know that now. 6'5" plus. Winner of the first event.
We know
and
that
a
now.
Former
He is
champion.
tall.
A crown Sven Karlsson has never won. Always struggling even with the
Oh, we
first
can't
round.
get one.
He can't do it.
Oh,
Magnus
Magnus.
Samuelsson finishes equal last. That has made a massive difference in terms of points. And Carlson absolutely right. He goes into the next event as the overall leader by some margin.
So the points at the bottom had to be shared equally between the 4 competitors who couldn't manage one single repetition. But at the other end, what a result for Sven Carlsen. The Norwegian has a 3.5 point cushion after just the first 2 events.
Well done, Sven. You started well. Is it going to be Norway's year? I think it's Norway. Okay, what's the next event?
Well, the competition is hot, and in the glorious garden of the Royal Livingston Hotel on the banks of the Zambezi, so's the weather. It's 40 degrees and rising.
Over the years, certain events have defined World's Strongest Man, and this is one of them. The Farmer's Walk. 2 cylinders, 2 giant cylinders, 125 kilograms each, to be carried down a course for 75 metres.
Well, what a poor start it's been for Phil Pfister on the far side.
Yeah, Phil's really struggled, isn't he?
Pfister so dominant in his heat. Here we go. It's got to be fast, and Phil Pfister is absolutely sprinting away. Watch the clock. This is going to be the standard that everybody else has to follow. The turn is difficult. It's not the weight of those cylinders, it's the fact they're about 5 feet long. It makes turning difficult. One more length to go for Phil Pfister. The American is flying. He's all over the place at the moment. Juha Räsänen turns round slowly, but Phil Pfister is coming away.
Phil smashed it.
Absolutely superb. 32.22 for the American, and Räsänen will finish. Oh, he's dropped them too early. That was either exhaustion or he didn't understand where he had to finish. Räsänen will finish eventually, but he
that
lost
would be
about
handy.
10
That
seconds
would be handy.
there. 49.77.
Take one of them to the supermarket.
Enter your mind, you might not make it to the end?
No, not really. There at the last 10 meters, yeah. It did cross my mind for an instant, but I knew that there was no way I was going to let that happen. I've got too much grip strength for that. But it was not quite as smooth and quick as I hoped it would be. Hopefully, none of the other guys will be any quicker.
Well, Andrew Rains couldn't actually finish the course. 43.75 when he put them down.
Couldn't even finish.
Wout Zylstra did get to the end. His time was
Well done.
41.49 seconds. Jaroslav Dimek was outside that, though. 57.50 for the pole. And Martin Muir, surprisingly, the German couldn't reach the end of the course.
I couldn't get to the end.
So, Phil Pfister still in pole position with that magnificent time of 32.22. Two champions here. Samuelsson nearest the camera, Virtanen on the far side. Samuelsson can't wait to get away. Here we go, and in fact, Virtanen is faster away. This is phenomenal by the Finn. He's not world's strongest man for nothing. Samuelsson has got a lot to prove after the squad event where he performed poorly, but that was expected. He's going very wide. He's come off the rubber tracking.
He's wobbly.
There. Virtanen straight as a die. It's a little bit slower than Phil Pfister's turn for the last lap, and Samuelsson's got it all to do. Virtanen, providing he doesn't drop it. Well, he's not going to beat Phil Pfister, but it's going to go into second place.
Oh, no.
He's gone down, though. Magnus Samuelsson closing. Virtanen finishes. Samuelsson there. Oh, what drama.
Yeah, straight as Lady Di.
You think Sven and Hugo can beat your time?
Maybe not. I don't think so.
No. Sven Carlsen. Well, Virtanen sounds pretty confident, doesn't he? But remember, it's still Phil Pfister who's in the lead. On the far side, Hugo Girard, lying in
Big
second
Hugo,
place overall.
and then Sven.
But Girard, the Canadian, 3.5 points behind Carlson, who's had a terrific start to this competition. Look at this, neck and neck. Who's going to make the turn first? Well, there's no difference between the two. Carlson going wide, just as Samuelson did a few moments ago.
No, I did say. It's called the Farmer's Walk, so I don't know if it...
torn out of their sockets,
I don't actually know what it would have to do with farming.
The grip's so important. They're on the last leg.
They're struggling. They're not going to
Phil
beat
Pfister
Phil.
has won this one. Look at the muscularity of Carlson. Phenomenal. Oh,
Girard's gone down. Oh, and so's Sven.
Well, this is going to add seconds, if not minutes, to this
struggling.
event. And Phil Pfister has certainly won it. Down in last place before this event, but moving up the leaderboard. Carlson will finish down in about 5th or 6th place, 49.78. And what a disappointment for Hugo Girard. He just cannot lift those anymore. What a fantastic event, our 3rd event, and it looks as though Carlson will still be in the lead, but now only just.
Well, Phil Pfister said in advance he'd walk away with that, and he did just that. But Jarni Virtanen, last year's world's strongest man, looking like a real contender once again. He's in second place now,
always close
just
again
1
now.
point behind the leader, Sven Carlson of Norway.
Not looking great for Andrew, though, is it? Stumpy at the bottom.
And so, hundreds of feet above the River Zambezi,
It's also not clear why this is being held in Zambia.
Lift this giant log above your head as often as possible. It weighs a mere 120 kilos.
Oh, this is a classic one, the log lift.
Well, we've said it in years gone by. This is about as close to a weightlifting competition in World's Strongest Man that you're going to see. And there is the very powerful and very popular figure of Wout Zilstra alongside Phil Pfister. Very simple. Lift it up and down to arm's length over your head as many times as you can in 75 seconds. The little jerk at the end there, your feet must stay still and you must be rock steady. Pfister, one of the tallest men in the competition, alongside another big fella, Wout Zilstra.
They just have to lift it up as many times as they can in the time multiplied to.
They've got to lift it further than everybody else for a start. You can see the scores at the bottom of the screen. Pfister 3, Zilstra 3. It really has been a fantastic crowd in the shadow
you know the log? Can you see the log?
In the world, Victoria
Can you see the log? They have to lift that.
Level pegging at the moment. The Dutch champion against the American champion.
It's a good question. Yeah.
Endurance plays a factor.
No, that's
here.
a tree. I think that there are a lot of logs in the picture, though. It is a little bit confusing. Yeah, they should be carrying potatoes.
Once they get up to about 6 or 7 reps here. Most of these guys have got bigger arms.
Yeah, no, I understand.
We've got legs. Absolutely massive, and Pfister drops it first. Then Zilstra. Both men finished, and Phil Pfister just the advantage by 1. 7 repetitions for the American, 6 for the Dutchman. Competitors they might be, but they're good mates as well.
They're
well
good
done.
mates.
Could you set 7 as a target and just stop?
No, I'd hope for at least 9, if not 10 or 11. So I'm disappointed.
Why is it harder than you expected?
Yeah, he's befucked it.
This has been a very long contest, and nothing ever goes like you plan it. So can't take anything for granted, just hope it holds up.
Yeah, big man, big mates.
Well, it was all too much for Rasanen. Just
only got
3
3
repetitions for the Finn. Jaroslav Dimek, 5 repetitions for the Pole. And Martin Muir, the German's challenge evaporating in the heat, just 4 repetitions.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can get the log up.
But what about Stumpy, the Barnsley Bulldog battling on with 6?
That weight
no, I think it's been all over the place. I've no idea. I've no idea.
Absolutely phenomenal. Girard is lying in 4th place overall, 3 points behind his nearest rival, Magnus Samuelsson.
They did say Can't remember.
I'm convinced Samuelsson is the biggest we've ever seen him. About
It's been
22
America for the
stone,
last 5 years.
65 and a half.
Yeah, I'd say it's been in
smaller,
America
but
more than
heavier.
it's been in us. Whoa, Girard
was
just
so fast.
picks it up like it's nothing.
That is phenomenal lifting by Girard, but he's going to have to watch out with the balance side of things as well. Samuelsson 2, Girard 3. That is so easy. Now, if you've got a big refrigerator, packed it full of food, you've got some idea of the weight of this log.
There you go. It's the weight
And
of
Girard
it's
at
the
the
weight of a
moment is
full
making it look
fridge.
simple.
Maggie.
Samuelsson a little bit rocky. Girard, massive in every part of his chest, his arms and his biceps. Girard is still ahead and goes ahead of Phil Pfister. Samuelsson draws level with the American. So these guys in first and second place at the moment, but still Jani Virtanen and Sven Karlsson to come.
Yeah, they're talking like a mini fridge.
Terrific effort by Girard.
Because I could lift a mini fridge. It's never been in the
Old
UK.
lactic acid beginning to kick
Even when
in,
like
and
Jeff
these guys
Cakes
don't
was the
like
champion,
that.
it was
They're not built for endurance.
it's weird, isn't it? I suppose it was always in America.
Girard,
That
is he going to get 11? Only just, yes. Dougie Edmonds has called it a good lift. Girard finishes on 11.
It's not legal in the
Samuelsson
UK.
10. That is terrific stuff from both men.
It's too young.
Girard has been looking at his hand very closely. I wonder if he's got a problem.
Fantastic, well done, Hugo. But at a price, how much is that hurting?
I'm done.
Oh.
There's no way I can keep going with the other event with a hand like that. I start feeling the grip was going.
Oh, yuck.
At the ninth rep. So that's why I kind of slow
Yeah,
down.
that's going to hurt.
And just 1 ahead of Magnus. And then I was feeling the blood going all over the handle. So
it's got blood on the handle.
Are you going to stop?
I see. I talk with the doctor, and one step at a time.
I'll make a private bet he will not stop. I'm sure he won't, but that surely is going to cramp his style.
Yeah, blood on
The
the
last two
handle,
competitors,
blood on the
Jani
handle.
Virtanen on the left, Sven Karlsson
Okay,
on the
it's
right.
Jani against Sven.
Away we go.
Oh,
Karlsson
Sven's getting
the
up pretty
first
easily as
to
well.
strike. Jani Virtanen, one of the tallest men in the competition. Oh, Sven Karlsson is just pressing those out. 24 points Karlsson has at the moment. 1 point ahead of the defending champion. This is hotting up into a fantastic competition. Virtanen draws level with Karlsson. Karlsson a little bit off
Oh, yeah,
balance
it's a bit
there.
wobbly there.
A little roll up the chest. I must admit, it looks as though Virtanen is struggling. But then again, he's done 4 repetitions, and that is pretty good. Phil Pfister on 7 in third place. Girard on 11 in first, and Samuelsson, of course, on 10 in second. Karlsson, a real hiccup in the last event. Needs good points here to stay in the lead. He's drawn
Well, that's
level
looks like
with
he was
the
struggling from
American
the first
Phil
one, but
Pfister.
he's kept
Both men
kept getting
looking
it up.
very, very tired.
Oh, he can't do
Virtanen
it.
can't quite lock it out.
Oh,
Neither
that-
can Karlsson, but he has drawn level with Pfister. Virtanen struggling. Oh, they run
can't
out
get
of
it.
time anyway. What a fascinating competition. No tactics. It was flat out all the way. Virtanen finishes on 6, Karlsson 7, and it's
No
victory
tactics.
for Canada and Hugo Girard.
Well, a fantastic result for Hugo Girard, but at what cost? You've seen what state his hand was in. And a good
What
effort by
cost?
Samuelsson, who doesn't even like that event. And the net result of all that was that the top 4 men
Oh, it's
are
still
now
close.
divided by just 4 points. With 3 events to go, the
Although
rest are
Hugo's
just
got to
about
be
out.
out of it, right?
You are 3 points behind Sven with 3 events
Yeah,
to
no
go.
tactic.
Nothing. I can't win.
Do you think now, with 3 events to go, it is a 3-horse race? Jani, you and Magnus?
It's going to be very tough to see who got second of Magnus and Janne. Because the first place is mine. If I have to walk forever in that Conan circle and lift them stones in 20 seconds, I will. If that's what it takes.
And so with the
No,
leaderboard
there's not, is there,
intriguingly
no?
close, we come to a new event for World's Strongest Man, the vertical lift. That 285
vertical
kilogram
lift.
weight to be pulled to the top of this tower as quickly as possible.
Alex has phoned this one in, yeah.
Martin Moore of Germany.
It's a shame he's not taking the Zambian series more
Absolutely
seriously.
superbly. And Juha Räsänen, I'm sure destined to be Finland's strongest man one day, and who knows beyond that. So here we go. It's a head-to-head race. The clock will determine the winner.
Oh, I see.
285 kilograms rocketing up on that rope. Grit, determination, and massive power in the arms. Räsänen's going well.
I know,
Martin Muir as well.
like the head ref, his name's Dougie. I don't know if that's Dougie on the
Martin
chair.
Moore 15.66. Good effort from the Finn. Perhaps his best performance so far.
Yeah, I think it's Greg Davies.
I hope not. I hope, because I need a lot of points. Because I have a bad, very bad event, log lift and the squat, and I need a lot of points if I want to top 5.
Hugo Girard, now how on earth is he going to do this event? His hand is an absolute state. The skin off the calluses through months and months and years of training have just shredded off his hand. A huge amount of blood and a lot of pain as well. Up against Jani Virtanen.
Yeah, I think Maggie probably is chat's strongest man.
Räsänen,
Yeah.
14.39. Well, can anybody beat that? Virtanen going well. Hugo Girard is struggling. It must be the hand.
Of course he's struggling.
Virtanen trying everything to beat Räsänen's time. He's got it. Oh, fantastic. The clock stopped at 14 seconds. It's actually 13.27.
That's the
Jani Virtanen
contest
goes
we all
into the
want.
lead. But could this event be Hugo Girard's undoing?
No, the last event was his undoing, surely.
In 4th place overall, but is this the beginning of the end for the giant Canadian? I'm not even sure he's going to finish this one. Over 40 seconds, it must be absolute agony. He does finish. A valiant finish by Hugo Girard.
Yeah, I think Josie might be chat's
Oh
longest
my
man.
goodness. But what a fantastic time by Virtanen. Brilliant.
Happy?
Very happy. Because yesterday my luck is shit. Now I'm fighting again.
I think Jani Virtanen is hoping they won't beat it. But Magnus Samuelsson, well, we used to call him Mr. Consistency. He's been anything but that this year. Been up and down like a yo-yo, which is exactly what this event is all about. Sven Karlsson on the near side.
So it's like going up.
The overall leader by 2 points
Just
from
up.
Samuelsson.
Ready?
This should be Magnus Samuelsson's best event so far, but he's struggling
Oh,
already.
he is struggling.
I don't believe this. This is another dip in the form of Magnus Samuelsson. Karlsson is well ahead, and Virtanen has won it. Karlsson stops the clock, 14.11. Good points again in 2nd place. Samuelsson is going to be absolutely gutted with that.
20.
He's way off the mark at 20.32. Karlsson looking fantastic, and he knew how important it was to beat Magnus Samuelsson in that event.
Was that an event that you thought you might come 3rd, 4th, 5th, something?
Yes. Well, the weight surprised me. It was way easier than I thought.
It was way easier than he thought.
I had no clue whatsoever. I didn't think it was possible to beat Magnus. So I'm so happy now. Janne got 1 point on me, but still the closest one to me was Magnus, so hallelujah.
Virtanen determined to hang on to his title, winning the vertical lift, but the big shock there was Samuelsson coming 6th. And so, with just 2 events to go, it's Karlsson or Virtanen for the title. Samuelsson slipping away, a brave effort by the
it's
Canadian.
2-horse race. Yeah, it really does seem like that, Maggie, doesn't it? Like they just haven't. It's just they've just turned up and had a go.
Just 2 events to go.
Oh, it's the
boulder holder.
rock
300 kilograms of rock to be
rock
picked up
spin,
and carried as far as possible around this circle.
The boulder holder, of course.
And so an awesome prospect in store for
Yeah,
Martin Moore
that's
of
right, not
Germany.
Noddy Holder, yeah.
But we saw in the heats when it came to lifting and carrying, this man
Yeah, he was good when it came to lifting and carrying.
So this may be his chance to make a real mark on this final. He's way off the points at the moment, only 22 in comparison to the leader Sven Karlsson on 40 and a half. Well, it was 300 kilograms in the heats. The organisers, believe it or not, have just stuck a couple more kilos in that basket to make it a little harder, as if it wasn't bad enough already. The temperature soaring way above the 40s once more. But Martin Moore in the spotlight now. Going well, it's 27 metres around each turn. 2 revolutions and a bit more. Absolutely super by Martin Moore. Hanging on desperately, it's down. 70.3 for the German. A terrific performance, 83 metres in the heats, but remember, it was heavier this time round.
They're very tight trousers, aren't they?
It's always better when you come last and you can see the mark from the other guys. It's always better than when you're beginning and the other guys can look for you.
Phil Pfister of the United States, 28 points
No,
in total.
one of them did jump in the one of them did jump in the pool in the heats.
One day he will be
Her
the strongest man
yeah,
in the
there
world.
was an event that was even more
not
like
sure he can
carrying
do it
some
this
heavy
year,
shopping,
But another man who's got a lot to prove here.
where they had 2 kind of big shopping bags.
Unbelievable. Even that initial lift,
One of them did also kick a leaf. Yeah,
the shoulders
yeah.
and the legs have got to work incredibly hard. Here we go. Tries to get it as high on the chest as possible. Count the number of revolutions. 70.3 leads it. That means that he's got to get 3 times round to go into the lead. There's number 1. Breathing heavily. You can't blame him for that. Leaning back into it a little bit just to keep the balance right. Coming up to number 2. Good effort by the American. And certainly the best American competitor we've actually seen over the last few years. Can he make 3? The crowd absolutely going berserk for this man. He goes into the lead.
I think that's because it's being held in Zambia, Jazza, for some
Phil
reason.
Pfister. And that is the sort of form he showed in the heats.
Well,
He's back on form, going well.
It's like,
you on for that third, fourth time
that's not helping with that, is it?
Haven't been beaten at this event in quite a while. I'd like to be able to make that statement at the end of the day.
Magnus Samuelsson. Well, the last couple of events for this man, it's all gone wrong. I think the only chance he's got of making an impression on the leaders, Veltinen and Karlsson, is to win
Yeah,
the last 2
good
events.
day, everyone.
If any man can, he can. Even the first lift is very difficult. Oh, he's gone down.
Oh.
20 seconds to go.
No, he's all right. Dougie Edmonds, the referee, is saying it's okay. You've got 20 seconds to go. That is incredible. It really has gone topsy-turvy for Magnus Samuelsson in this year's final. Well, he's away. Now then, the distances to go for 85 metres by Pfister. Incredible. Fantastic was Martin Moore at 70. Can he approach either of those 2? He's got to get 10 points here, otherwise I fear it's all over. He won't be on top of the rostrum for the 2nd time in his career. He's only just approaching 60. Oh, it's agony for the Swede. Absolute agony. It's finished 60.4 metres. Well, the writing is on the wall for Magnus Samuelsson now. Just over 60 metres. Jani Veltinen, at the moment, Sven Karlsson's nearest rival. This guy's got it all to lose. Until the last event, he is still the world's strongest man from last year, of course. But at the moment, 4.5 points behind the Norwegian.
As Jani, he needs a big
phenomenal targets have been set by these guys year after year after year. The standard is getting better and better. Phil Pfister, the American, has laid down his mark of 85
Yeah, I don't know whether that
meters.
helps with the
He's certainly
strength
gonna move up the
motivator.
leaderboard
I'm not sure.
Värtanen chasing.
I think a lot of them probably had their hair cut short
now.
because it's so hot
Coming up
there.
to 2, that's over 54 meters. Some people have been calling this guy this year the blonde bombshell. He's certainly got that hair
Anyone
a bit
calling him
lighter
the blonde bombshell?
since last year. His body weight has got heavier and he is struggling.
Oh.
He's just over twice round and that is it.
That's it.
And I wonder if that is it in terms of defence of his title. Only 55.4 metres. You just get the feeling that Jani Värtanen knows he's lost his title.
Yeah,
and I wonder if
doors
it's going to
open
go
for
to Norway
Sven.
for the first time. Sven Karlsson, he knows he's just got to beat Jani Värtanen here to extend his lead over the Finn. A little bit of a puff and a blow there. He doesn't have to chase 85 metres by Pfister or even 70 metres by Martin Muir. I think he's got sufficient a cushion over those two guys going into the last event. But he must beat Värtanen. Twice round and a little bit more would do it for Sven Karlsson. So what sort of Viking power has he got left now? These guys are beginning to tire. The toils of the heat and the final beginning to show. Karlsson looking at the mark of Värtanen and he's gone past it.
They've made it heavier for the final, so it is harder to get
again for the Norwegian.
There we go.
61.6. Oh, fantastic stuff. One event left, and we may well be
it's in the pool.
at the new world's strongest man.
There we go.
You've almost won.
Oh, we are close now. Very close. It's not over, but it's going to take a lot to take this away from you now. Really a lot. I almost fainted during the first 2 steps, but on the second lap, starting to get energy back. It's so hot here. It's awful. But the Viking came through, I hope. At least I'm very, very, very happy for today.
Consistent scoring is the name of the game here. Phil Pfister won that event, but he had 1 or 2 bad ones earlier on.
Andrew again has really struggled.
In the top 3, and so with just 1 event to go, he's 5.5 points clear with 1 hand on the
Good
trophy.
question, Joseph. So this is it, the final event.
Well, what a location to win the biggest prize in strongman sport. On the banks of the Zambezi,
He's got his
time for
nan's
just
face
one
but
last
wide.
Herculean effort.
And what, as a tattoo? Yeah, maybe.
Well, how about this as a climax to World's Strongest Man? Neither of these two men, I feel, have got a chance of lifting the title. But we've got Phil Pfister, the giant American who now holds the world record for this event, up against Magnus Samuelsson, a former champion. 2 brilliant competitors.
They've got their tops off.
The Atlas Stones record could go this time around, and more importantly for Magnus here, he could actually move into 2nd place overall.
I know, but definitely Pfister, his ball's getting more tested because they keep getting sliced up and wonky. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
Samuelsson is flying. Oh, brilliant. That's 2 up. Well,
yeah, I think you're right, Josie. I think, yeah.
Samuelsson is going like a train.
What events would they do? You've got to squat a Triceratops.
This is fantastic. The last one, 165 kilos.
This is fast.
25 stones. He's done it. The first man ever to go under 30 seconds. And that could have improved his place, improved his prize money, and improved his pride. Phil Pfister came through strongly in the second half of the overall competition. A very fine performance by the American, but what a performance by this man.
But that was a fantastic way to finish.
Yeah, I like to go out with the Swedish flag high. Because me and Sven and Jan
yeah,
and
Phil did with the but it was Magnus. It was Magnus.
When it comes to pure strength.
Fast.
So the guy with the best luck or the guy with the less mistake will win. And I think Sven will win this, and he deserved it. He had a fantastic competition. He's been good the whole year, and sometimes you just have to accept that it wasn't my day. And all congratulations to Sven.
Next year?
It's always next year.
It's always next year.
Well, this is the moment that Sven Carlsen has been waiting for. We reckon if he does 4 stones in around about 33 seconds, he's done it. Janne Virtanen,
Pretty much, Jazzo, yeah.
His title. What is it about these Scandinavians?
There might
Absolutely
have been a couple in
incredible
the
performance.
heats,
And it's
but pretty
Scandinavia
much.
all the way. Sven Carlsen, he was a former world record holder of this event.
He's
He
dropped
hasn't got
it.
off to the best start. He's seen his record absolutely destroyed by Samuelsson. Virtanen fighting every inch of the way. He's still the world's strongest
That's what I was thinking,
man, but I
Jason.
fear
There was
only for a
there
few
was an
seconds longer.
islander. There was a guy who was from Fiji.
Easy. 2 more to go.
I'm not
He's
sure-
just got to get 1 more stone
not
up.
sure if there
We're
was much
watching
else.
Virtanen. But any moment now we'll see the new world's strongest man. There it goes. It's inside the target time. He's done it. Virtanen has lost his title. Carlsen going for number 5. The cream on top of the jam. He doesn't have to do it, but I think he wanted to do it. Any moment now. Well, the stone's not going to go up on the wall, but he is. Jukka Ahola, former world's strongest man, gives him a little pat on the head and says, my friend, you've done it. You've done it. Third
He put
2
himself
years
on the
ago.
boat. Nice.
Second last year, now the champion.
So Magnus
There we go.
Samuelsson going out
Sven
like a
takes it.
champion
Yeah,
at
got a
least
little-
with a world
little-
record in the
little
Atlas
pat on the
Stones.
head from
Sven
Ahola.
Carlsen doing just
Yeah,
enough
Josie
in
would like a
6th
pat on the
place.
head from Yuko.
And what it means is
And there you go.
described
So actually, Sanderson took second.
Norwegian
How can
is
he-
the world's
how can
strongest.
he
Disappointed
be so
in the end
fast?
for Janne Virtanen. Bronze and
There
third
it
place.
is. Oh no, that's the third place.
Magnus Samuelsson completes his set. He's been first, second, and third now.
The world's strongest man for 2001 from Norway, Sven Carlsen.
Well, 5 years earlier, Sven Carlsen had been leading the way in the competition in Las Vegas, only to be injured. He came back 2 years afterwards, finished in third place, was second in Sun City, and now the moment of triumph
Well done,
for the man
Sven.
who's immensely
World's
popular
strongest man,
amongst all his
2001.
fellow competitors. And he's finally achieved what he always thought was his destiny.
Oh, hello, Cross Up. Sadly, we've just seen we've seen World's Strongest Man 2001 has just been crowned. We're just about to finish up, but we have seen some good strong men. Welcome in. Let's give Cross Up a shout out. We are about to finish up. It's late.
And so Carlsen adds his name to the Roll of Honour in a sport dominated in recent years by Scandinavians.
There we go. They're not Scandinavians, are they? Finland's not in Scandinavia. But yeah, we have seen a lot of strong men. Vibes-wise it is. Stronk. A lot of people are saying stronk, aren't they? And there we go. That was it. That was it. Yeah, let's watch them dance again. I think this was fun. We have just watched the whole of World's Strongest Man 2001.
And so Carlsen adds his name to the Roll of Honour in a sport dominated in recent years by Scandinavians.
Iceland's not in Scandinavia either. They don't really explain what this bit is, but it looks like they've had a sort of nice barbecue. There was a guy from Barnsley called Stumpy who we liked a lot. Yeah, it's a shame there weren't enough. There weren't enough kind of little slice of life bits about the strongman. It was all lifting stuff. Yeah, I want to see them having lunch. That's what I wanted as well. Is there not BTS documentary? I don't know. I don't think that was like a World's Strongest Man, Little Strongest Man, hosted by Rylan or something. There were a couple of fast guys. But yeah, no, I think this was fun. I'm sorry the Raiders are coming right at the end, but it is quite late. But yeah, I mean there must be piles of B-roll. There must be lots of nice footage. But not included. Yeah, beef roll. So, actually, I don't have another. I don't have another scene, do I? I'll just pop out here. But beef roll's good, yeah. Yes, right. We are going to finish up now because it's late. I'll pay out the prediction. Well done to everyone that backed Svend. Or which? I think some of them did. I think it was quite hot. Or was it just Josie? Did I? No, there's a system. There's a system for requesting a pope. No, I haven't done any of the ones. I haven't done any of the ones from Sunday yet. One of them did say it was awful. Yeah, it was very hot. It's a system. I haven't done the ones. I haven't done them yet. No, but they will be. They'll probably be done for Sunday when we actually watch Robot Wars, which we do every Sunday. Every Saturday, wrestling. On Thursday, I'll be playing American football again with Bread Santa. But for now, let's find someone to raid. Who else is on? It was just hot. It was just hot, and they have to lift a lot of things. It's physically difficult. One of them had quite a nasty cut on his hands as well. Right, sorry, I'm just seeing who's on here. That is what the voiceover man said. Yes, horrific. Oh no, not Shame Tank. He did de-roof some blisters, indeed. Yeah, it was horrible. That was unpleasant. That was unpleasant. No, that's fine. You were London board jamming. I don't think I know what that means, and I don't need to know what everything means. Okay, let's go here. Okay, thanks everyone. LBJ. Thanks everyone. Thanks Chris up for the raid. Sorry for coming right on the tail end. If anyone does want to join the Discord, they're not already in there, feel free to jump in. No problem. I hope people enjoyed the strongmen. You enjoyed the dancing? Yeah, it was good. It was a good bit. It's a shame we didn't get to see more of them dance. We saw one guy kick a leaf. Yeah, LBJ. Yeah, Lady Bird Johnson. That's right. Yeah, I think this was nice. Yeah, like I said, probably. Well, I might be on tomorrow. I'm not sure, but definitely Thursday afternoon, I'll be on with Bread Santa doing the doing some Let's Touchdown, the Madden stream. Saturday, probably at 8 will be wrestling, and then Robot Wars on Sunday. OJ had extra crotch space for his massive sack. You love PP8's face. That's just my face, Josie. Yeah, I will do the the requested bows. Oh, we're about to do the raid. Right. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. And goodbye to everyone who's been watching the VOD. Hope you enjoyed it. All right. Bye, everyone.